Hey guys, it's Archie Luxury, and welcome to the Archie Luxury live stream channel. And guys, it's Thursday afternoon, evening in America, and it's Friday. It's Good Friday morning in Australia. That's right, guys. Let's run the intro. Oh, we've got Timely here. Hey, Timely. Uh, hey, Timely. How are you?
Good. Just trying to get everything to work
Good
here for some
morning.
reason.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Great to see you on the streams.
Buongiorno a tutti. Come stai?
Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I'm going to run the intro. Then we're going to come back and have a chat. Watches.
Let's roll it.
Hello. 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 How are you, my good friend Timely?
Good. How you going?
Hey, I am absolutely fantastic. It's actually in Brisbane here. It's a little bit rainy, a little bit overcast, which I kind of like that weather. Sometimes it's 22 degrees, the temperature is perfect. A little bit of a light rain, it's just kind of nice, sleepy in weather.
Yeah.
I live on a main road, and one thing I tell you is when it's Sunday or a public holiday, there's a lot less fast traffic. People drive more slowly, and
Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah.
Um, and you really notice it. People are in a hurry today. They're in a bit more relaxed. It's kind of funny.
So
But
just for our UK brethren and the Americans, it's
yes,
Good
sir.
Friday here in Australia, public holiday. Um, so SD43 to answer your question, or not really question, comment. Yeah, I'm on time because I don't have to take the kids to school today. It's a public holiday. So all good.
Yeah, very good indeed. There. Um, I'm thinking about changing the time slot to 9 start. What do you think of that idea?
Yeah, that'd be a bit better. I'd probably be able to make it on time every day. I'll be
Yeah,
honest with you.
not. Yeah, no. I'm just thinking because it's maybe a bit early for New York. You know what I mean. Like just having a look now. New York time now. What's the time now? It's 6:30 at night. Oh, that's not till 7. I think's better because they've I think that's the best way. 7. So I reckon that might be the best way to go.
So what are you going to do? Bump it forward a half an hour?
Yeah, 9
Yeah,
o'clock.
yeah, too easy.
I think that's the best way to go.
Sounds like a plan.
9. Yeah. Nothing wrong with this slot, but I just think because we've lost daylight saving, and it's just I think that might be a better way to go.
It's a pain in the ass sometimes, to try and work all this out. Honestly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Timely, the watches, beautiful avatar there. Your Reverso.
I'm wearing it actually.
I'm actually wearing my Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon, the 3861. I've been enjoying
Man
that.
on the
On the
fucking
moon.
moon.
It's
Come on.
keeping very good time. Very,
I
very
will.
good
It's
time.
a fucking
Man on the
speedmaster.
moon. Man on the moon.
Like I say,
Uh,
it's a good time. It should. It's a fucking speedmaster.
I'm just
Oh,
having a look the exact time now.
there you go.
It's actually for the last week I've had it. It's gained couple of seconds, but it's not terrible. Just checking the atomic time. Time is um just out of interest in Sydney, Tokyo it's 7:34 a.m. Adelaide it's 8 o'clock. Perth it's 6. Kiev it's 1:34.
Yeah, so
a.m.
I'll give you a heads up with Australia, okay? The
Mm-hmm.
whole East Coast is on the same time. Darwin and Adelaide are half an hour behind, and Western
Yep.
Australia is an hour and a half.
Yep. Wow.
And then daylight savings happen, and you don't know what the fuck's going on.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's pretty tricky stuff. Yeah. So tell me this: what is your movements today? You got the weekend off, long weekend.
Yeah. So my
Have
wife
you got
and
double demerit? Oh, we got first super
there you
chat.
go.
Thomas Burdett, £2. It's Thursday night live with the Pontiff. Blue shirt Buddha. Blue
We
shirt
love
Buddha.
the blue shirt. Full respect. Thank you, Thomas Burnett. Much appreciated. 100%.
Tell me this: what is happening with your any watch desires? Tell me the watch desires. What's happening? What's happening?
I'll be honest with you. I'm trying not to desire anything right now. Like I said, I'm just trying to save up, and then when I get to a good sum of money, then we can go shopping.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like people say, "Hey, did you see this at such and such?" And I do look, but I don't actively. Otherwise, I get disappointed if I can't buy something. You know, if I want something, I see a good buy.
The problem
get
is
up.
with me, if I just say I want to go get something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll save for it and I'll do what I do to get it, but I won't enjoy the pieces I have because I'll be too focused on getting that. Whereas I'll just save, enjoy what I've got. When I get some money together, then I'll go, oh, look, I've got money for this and that. Happy days.
Well, SD43 says he's not staying up. Sorry, SD43. You can never please. It's difficult. We can never please everybody. It's difficult. It's difficult.
There's always the other show as well, though, right? Like you're
Yeah.
positioning the two shows, so everyone gets a bit of Archie. So
And we got Timepiece Fun. You know what? I would love to talk to this man. I was disappointed I didn't actually get to see him in New York. He's a Timepiece Fund is a lovely man. And Timepiece Fun. Hi, Arch, Tan, Higgins, and Rancher. You did a great job. Great watch talk a few hours ago. No surprise, of course. My journey to the Super 30 continues. One watch per brand. He wants 30 watches.
wow, the Super 30.
The Super 30. Good idea. I love that
Man, if you
idea.
can do it, happy days. Honestly, go for it.
Talk to me. What is happening?
So it's like I said, Good Friday. I did a 12-hour stint yesterday because I had to go in early for some meetings and shit. I had to cover for
Oh
my
my
boss.
God. How was that?
I was all right. I just had to cover for the boss. Look, I used to do 15, 16-hour shifts in the kitchen before when I was a chef. So
Yeah.
that's no biggie. But the wife and the kids have gone to the holiday house today for a bit
Oh,
of.
you didn't go.
Well, they went last night because there's a big storm coming across the East Coast. You're getting a little bit of rain now. So I said to them, go during, like, while it's good. I'll come down at some point over the weekend and we'll all meet up and, you know. So I've got an empty
Yeah.
house, which is nice as well. A bit of quiet.
Yep. No, that's certainly fantastic.
Mm.
It's
So I'm going to pack up the watches, take them with me, go down and have a bit of fun for the weekend, just relax and just, yeah. See, when you're at home, the problem is you do shit all the time. You're fixing this, you're working on that, you're cleaning this,
Yep.
whatever. So when you go to the holiday house, it's fine. You just relax. There's nothing to do. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, I
different.
like doing nothing, don't you?
You turn off.
Story of my life. Fellas in the crowd there.
Yeah. I was saying, why would you make it even harder for the European market, basically, like, you know, the UK, Europe? When it barely impacts New York, makes no sense. Yeah. Toothless, no, I'm not a rich man. Relax. Take it easy. If I was rich, I'd be in Rolex and Patek and Vacheron and AP and shit. I'm not
We're
rich.
all very rich on this channel. We got good friends. That's wealth. Wealth is not measured by money.
Correct.
Money can be
100%.
taken away.
We got Aaron as well in the chat. Hey, Aaron, how are you?
Hi, Dodger.
We like Fella, Dodger. Toothless, Ron, everyone there.
No matter
AD
what
never
time,
calling.
no matter what time we select, it's never good for somebody. Remember that, okay?
Oh, you'll never please everyone. This is the thing, right? And that's with everything in life. You'll never please everyone, so don't try.
Exactly. Tell me this:
Oh,
16
Thomas
hours.
Burnett.
Thomas Burnett, £5. Arch and Timely, given 20,000, what 3 watches would you buy? Given 20 US, you can go second hand. That's actually a very good question. So let me Thomas, I'm just going to convert that.
Yeah, so we've got some
To
Aussie
Aussie.
dollars. So we know
That's
what we're talking about.
30,000 Aussie. 30,000, because me
Oh,
and
man, that's all
Timely,
right.
we can think easier
Mm.
in shit. That's Aussie dollars. So shit, you know that. So basically, 66 cents. It's 2/3 of a US dollar. Fuck. Okay. So 20,000, right? In my own case, what would I buy? What would you buy, Timely? Tell me what you'd buy.
All right. What would Timely get? I'd get a Rolex sub. Right. So there's, call it 15 Australian. There's already half.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
it's 30 Australian. So 15 Australian, there's already about half. But I
Mm-hmm.
would get I wouldn't get a brand new sub. I would get
Mm-hmm.
one where it's got a tritium dial sub. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I would get the
Okay.
Pepsi. And there's a few secondhand Pepsis in good condition on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
at the moment from some reputable guys going for about 15. So I'd get that.
Okay, so I'd get a burgundy. We'll get to Fern J75 in 1
Yep.
minute.
Yep.
I'll tell you what I'll get. I would get a burgundy Tudor Black Bay 41,
Yep.
Milgauss blue. I think I could get a Milgauss for 20,000. Probably I'd get a Milgauss, okay?
Yeah.
20,000 plus 4, that leaves me 6,000 left over. 6,000 left over. Maybe a little bit more, because you could get the Milgauss 18, I think, Aussie. So 7,000. I would like 3 watches, okay? Let me tell you what they are. Burgundy Black Bay,
Mm.
Milgauss blue, and an El Primero open heart.
I would go the GMT, like I said, the older
Mhm.
GMT. So it's got tritium, beautiful looking
Mhm.
thing. So that's 15. I'd then go for 10,000 and get a Globe Master. So there's 25.
Shit.
And then
The
I'd
Globe
go
Masters. You can. Yeah.
10
Okay.
10 Aussie.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm at 25 now. So I've
Yeah.
got 30 to play with Australian. And then the last
Yeah.
5, I'd probably get a Black Bay Burgundy or something like that.
Oh, you would
So,
get it, but you've already got a black. You've already got a Tudor.
yeah, but this is if we don't have, what 3 watches would you buy?
Oh, okay.
Right. You're getting a 3-piece combo.
I kind of chose mine based on my collection.
Yeah. Well, if I'm doing it based on my collection, then I'd get the Globe Master, I'd get the Pepsi, and I would probably try and sell something off quickly and put a little bit extra on top and get a Speedy. Done.
Here's a question here. Fern J75. Do you think the AP Royal Oak 50th edition, especially the green dial 15510, will appreciate more than the non-50th green dial 15510 ST? Okay, so he's asking now. Look, I got to be totally honest with you. Fern J75, I don't like that question in the sense that I would, if you were fortunate enough to get a 15510, which Tan had the 15500, okay, but that is that's the modern Royal Oak steel, classic, okay? Now he's asking the question, I got to be totally honest with you. Please, if you are you've pulled it up.
The Audemars Piguet.
If you are fortunate enough to be able to afford one of these, buy the one you like. Buy the one you like. If you like that one, grab it. Um, the so what's the difference? So it's the ST. That's the 04. What's the 09?
You know, to be honest, it's a gamble. Like, how do you know what's going to be like? You know, the Explorer 2, for example, right? First it was the
Mm.
white, then it was the black, now it's the white again. How the fuck do you know? Honestly,
What's going to be the wanted
yeah,
one? And I mean, I'll be honest with you. People go crazy for Omegas that were the bonds, right?
yeah.
Well, guess what? The non-bond ones have actually found to be sometimes the bond ones are a bit too cheesy. People like the non-bond version.
Yeah, I'm one of them. The look, and I'm
And
excluding the No Time to Die and shit like
mm,
that, right? I'm talking about the
look,
ones that had 007 as the counterweight on the second hand. Cheesy as shit, honestly.
100% right. And I got to be totally
Mm,
honest with you. I would be more inclined to say pick the one you really like, okay? Pick the
done.
one you like, and that's more important than anything, okay? That is more important than anything. You've got to pick the one that you like. And to
Look, if
be
you're
honest,
fortunate enough to buy any of these, just buy the one that, like Archie's saying, get the one you want. If with a bit of luck, that's the one that's going to go up in value. But you shouldn't be buying it just because of value. Like, if there's two,
100%.
two options and you like, say, the green more than the grey,
I'll be
and
honest with you, with the AP, it's what which one can you get your hands on at a reasonable price? Because these things here are so expensive, you know. So I really I think it depends which one you can get your hands on half the time. You know what? I don't think it really matters. If you're fortunate enough to buy the AP,
just get it.
get it.
Just
If you
buy it.
love now, the thing is you've got to love the green. There's no point buying it if you're not a green, if you don't like that green dial. If you don't like
Buy
the
it,
green dial,
take it
sorry?
home, kiss it, lizard lick the fucking thing, do what you got to do, but enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we've got another super chat here. The Timepiece Fund $2. And we've got General Sard joining us. Hello, General Sard.
Hello, Pontiff. Hello, Timely.
Hey, mate,
Hello.
how are you?
All good. I think, Archie, from my understanding, anything which is limited edition or something which is, in limited pieces will always appreciate. It has more chance to appreciate. So I think he should go for the 50th anniversary.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's many Amiga limited editions don't appreciate that great. A lot of
Omega,
It wasn't at
anyway,
Millennium
all
stuff,
limited edition.
Millennium
Archie,
stuff
Omega
was
is a
released.
weak brand. So do not apply that element to Omega. It's not a sought after company anyway.
Timepiece Fund $2. Man on the Viking Moon, Super Ocean, Explorer 2, Chrono, GMT, and Diver.
That's his three piece. That's his 20 grand three piece that he'd get.
Tell you what, you can't go wrong with that.
Not bad, man.
Explorer 2, Super Ocean, and man, that's actually a very powerful collection.
Sweet. I like it. You got Sirocco in the chat as well, and Dodger and all
Sirocco.
them.
I sent
Hey,
Sirocco a
fellas.
link and Dodger a link. They're welcome on. Welcome on. How are you,
Drop them
Sard?
in the link.
All okay, Archie. All okay.
Sard actually timely. I don't know if you Sard's in Pakistan. Pakistan's been ravaged by some terrible floods.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
shit. Everything all right? Were you
this was
outside or?
6 months
Yeah.
ago, but there's big famine. There's some big problems there.
Oh, man.
Sard, what can you do to help the people? What can you do to help people there? I mean, is there anything you can do, or what's it like, Sard?
No, Archie, there is no way to help much because people are helping themselves. I mean, 70% of the country was underwater. So I don't know how many trillions of dollars lost it was, some billions. And I'm not talking about trillions, but billions, So the infrastructure got broken. The country is agricultural country. So there are no crops this year.
Yeah,
And if there was food security issues and diseases, waterborne diseases. because of the floods.
Oh yeah, that
So
would have gone crazy.
yeah, and there is no assistance from any other country.
Yeah.
Mikey, if you're listening, Saad can't cover the boxes anymore. You're gonna have to put some money forward or bring the boxes.
Yeah, it's very it's the geopolitical situation there. It is very Jesus Christ, Sad. It's terrible. So, do you think things will get better, or
It will
what's
take time. It
Soroka's
will take
saying
time.
he can't jump on. He just woke up. Join the club, mate.
Yeah.
yeah, that's very sad. That's like shit. So a lot of people have lost their jobs and that now too.
A lot of people lost their houses, Archie, not just jobs, lives, houses, stuff, lands. And
Far
jobs,
out.
of course, when there is economic instability, the first thing that happens is companies start to, get rid of the employees. And it
Yeah,
has been happening here.
Ivar's got a comment, and he's saying Omega's not a serious watch brand like AP or Rolex.
He's right.
I mean,
He's right.
yeah, look, you can say he's right, going off hype baby, but let's look back. So Omega is one of the first brands that were able to pass all the COSC certification tests, hence the Constellation. They've made their own in-house movement the entire time that they've been around, and they've made some great fucking pieces. I mean, you can't just.
Mr. Sexy, how are you, Mr. GMT?
How you going, boys? What's going on?
Hello,
Sexy
GMT.
Happy Good Friday. Happy Good Friday.
Happy Good Friday. Yes, relaxing, taking it easy.
So you
Actually,
got
I've
how
got-
many days off you got there, Mr.
Calimera.
GMT?
I've got 4 days off. I'm taking 4 days.
Hey,
I'm going in. I'm going in to do some work on Sunday.
you know he's in the studio, right? Because you can hear that sexy radio voice going now. It's so
Timely,
Do I
the
sound
problem
good?
with the
Do I sound
time
good?
the problem with Omega is there is just one specific model that is successful, the Speedmaster. However, in Rolex, almost every watch is sought after. It's
I
a
get what
very
you're saying, but
successful brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, Sard, right now because of hype and bullshit. But you have to understand that you can't just put shit on a fucking brand like that.
And the
That's got a
stupid
history like
and
they
their
have.
stupid, branding, brand strategy where they put their Omega name on the garbage watches, the Swatch. That's a terrible branding. You can make a lot of money
But
through that, but in the longer run,
flat four. I'm talking about in the 40s and 50s when it wasn't. Yeah. So back then, COSC certification actually meant something.
but I think wasn't Rolex the first to have COSC certification?
They've got
I
their
think-
own.
Okay.
Superlative is their in-house one, which is
No, it was done by the government.
What do you call it? Parameters. So there's -1 to +2 seconds a day for superlative, and COSC is -4 to +6, I think.
So they are better than the COSC.
Their certification that they provide, their guarantee is of a tighter like parameter. Yeah. So you could say 100%. Like JLC, they do 1,000 hours of testing, and theirs is like -1 to +1. Same thing. Timepiece fund, $2.
$2. Third world can help citizens by not devaluing money. Third world can help citizen by not devaluating money.
How they devalue
Is he
it?
right?
I'm not a big economy guy or a big.
I don't
politics
understand
guy.
what he's saying.
He's saying the third world can help citizens because they devalue the dollars, right? So you can't. The currency falls.
Why they print more or something like that?
No, they devalue it so they can get exports happening.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's talking about.
But once you devalue your own currency, your obligation, the debt that you have, that also increases. So there is a tight, line, devaluing or, your currency. That is not agreed, I would say.
Yeah. I tell you what, there, Saad, we don't realize how lucky we are, really, at times. Because Pakistan was doing reasonably. They're very hardworking people, you know.
Yes, but this was because of the climate change, Archie. This can happen to any country, you know. This is like earthquake that happened in Turkey, you know. This, yeah,
Yeah,
it
I know what.
shakes everything, you know.
Yes, yes, I know what you're saying. It's and it's made it very hard to be a businessman because you can't import stuff. That's what you're saying.
Yes,
Very hard
y-
to import.
yeah, businesses are really down, Archie. Unless the
Yeah.
IMF they strikes a deal with the government, things are really bad. Once the deal is done, then it will improve.
Tell me this: watches. Do watches keep you sane? Do you love watches to take your mind away from the pressure?
I love watches, Archie. I love them.
Would you consider, in this time and climate here, getting more steel Rolex?
Getting more gold Rolex.
Okay,
Yes,
gold Rolex.
gold is always a safe investment. And you know, in worst case scenario, and now this is actually a little bit weird to say this, but in worst case scenario, you can melt the gold. You can have six,
Ooh,
$7,000 of gold from a day date. What will you do with the steel?
yeah, fair point. Fair point.
And to be honest, Archie, real Rolex is gold Rolex. Steel is
Yes.
for unfortunates, you know.
And what's two-tone?
Something in between.
Semi fortunate.
Semi-fortunate. Yeah, yeah.
Who wears steel watches? Archie, go for a gold day date. What's the problem? Just get one gold day date. It suits you, and you're done. Just get the
I'm
40
happy with
millimeter one.
mine. I'm
Just
very
make
happy
sure
with
the
mine.
thing doesn't have fucking chips all over it, otherwise we'll have problems again.
Chips
I
are good,
got-
man. You
I
don't
got
like
to be
chips?
honest with you. I really enjoy. I've been wearing the Speedy. That's a beautiful watch to wear. That can be a
I'm
one
very
and done.
glad you're wearing that because you
Yeah.
For
neglected it
your
for a bit.
standard, I don't think so. To be very honest,
It was nothing great about me.
you no,
There's
you are the
nothing
guy
great about
who
me.
used to wear Armenigeldo Xenia suits, Archie.
That's when I could fit
You're
into them. I haven't been able to fit into them for a
that is
while.
something else, you
That's why
know.
he's wearing shirts now.
But you have introduced branding, the power of brand to the world through YouTube. You have done that.
I got to tell you something seriously, Mr. GMT.
Yes, my man.
Tell me this: what are you gearing up for? Gearing up.
Hang on, before you answer that, this is for you, Mr. GMT, and your president. Okay.
Chippy, bought the day date for 29 Aussie because I ain't got a clue. Chippy, the dial and the bracelet is fat too.
Thank you so much. Then we got Malik Diamond. Malik Diamond, $20. Archie, I'm not a diamond guy. However, pull up David SW 18239. That's a white gold. White gold. Day date diamond meteorite. I know it doesn't have papers, but at that price, can you go wrong?
It's sold.
No, that's not David SW on the screen. Hang on.
Okay, but he's mentioning the meteorite dial, so that's a totally different thing.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to
It's a
call it up,
totally
or do you want to
different
call it up?
beast.
No, I'm doing it now.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This is the stealth wealth. However, Malik Hira, hope you're doing well. The only problem with the white gold 36mm is difficult to sell it.
Look at this. This is actually a relative bargain. Look at this. 8118239. So it's a white gold day date. 36 mil.
We're teardrop diamonds, yeah.
I like that.
It's not chipped either.
This is a good buy, actually. This is a good buy.
What do you think? It's
This has
beautiful.
the same dial that masterpiece day dates have.
Is that right?
Yes, this is a special watch. Good
I
watch.
think it's fucking special as this thing.
I like this. I really do. Is Malik Diamond thinking of getting it?
Yes, I think so.
Look, I don't know if I like the fives. You know, so it's got the 5 and the.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I wish they
Yeah.
should have taken that off. That kind of.
Why are the 5s there, just out of curiosity? Why they do it like that?
One is 55 and one is 05.
Because it's got the indices, you see.
And Malik Diamond saying yes, he wants to buy it.
You know what?
My only concern is, Archie, is the hands matching the dial. That's the only thing that we need to confirm. Otherwise, it's good watch.
Okay.
So
you think they're
Archie,
not matching?
No, you have to confirm. Archie, you should notice that this has the old style bracelet. That is also one point where the money dropped.
Just bring up the clasp if you can, Timely. What Saad is referring to, many 118s, they had.
See this from here. You can see this is the old style clasp. That one you had, 18238 style. This is not the heavy revised version clasp.
Yeah.
So that is one point. Another is it's white gold. Rest, if he likes it, I think it's a good buy.
I don't know what's wrong with white gold. White gold's sexy. What's wrong with white gold?
Difficult to sell in secondary market, Archie. The best is yellow gold or rose gold. Worst is white gold. Platinum is also okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's terminal, but would you?
From your according to your definition, it won't be that good to sell. Not easily sellable, and you can see its reflection on the price. If it were a gold, yellow gold watch, it will be in 30s. With
also, does Malik Diamond normally sell his watches? That's the question. Maybe he keeps everything he buys. He's not much of a flipper.
He says he already has a day date 40 rose gold. Yes, I remember that. He bought it at retail, I think. Yeah.
I got to be totally honest with you. I think this is fucking beautiful. I love it. I think it's unique. It's look, it's not ridiculous. I mean, it's not cheap. Okay, let me just say that it's not fucking cheap, but it's not stupid either, is it? You know what I'm saying? It's not stupid.
And that is because of the dial, Archie. Dial is very special. And with the day dates, your decision making is after condition looking at the dial. Dial is very important.
I think I'd pull the trigger. I don't think that's a problem. I think it's a beautiful watch. Buy it, enjoy it, love it.
There you go. Super
and
chat.
The thing
Archie, 1 second before you read this, just putting it out there. This is to me, so I'll answer it after you read it, okay?
Okay. Patel Philippe, $5.50. Super Steel 75, who is faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Superman.
By the way, Archie, the hands are not matching. Okay, I just confirmed it. Because you see it has looms where, and the dial doesn't have any looms, so it should have solid hands. If that matters.
Have the wrong hands? Can I ask you that?
Swapping either dial or the hands.
Oh, swapping either dial, you mean?
Yes.
It's a good pickup, man.
If you sent it to Rolex for service, would they change the hands for you?
100%. They will change to the factory original, which is little bit wider. This is old style hands. You see, this is like 18238 style hands, but it is fine. The hands are okay, but not matching the tie.
Okay. That's Saad's expert. Would you buy it? Yes or no?
Yes. But for you, 36 is bad, right? You don't like 36.
I
love my 36.
You know what? The 36 in a president actually wears a bit bigger.
It does. Yeah. It wears a bit bigger. And I was told that by a friend before I purchased mine because I was a bit concerned about that as well.
And then I've seen the GMT's one and put it on. It wears like a 38. It wears bigger.
I got to be honest with you. I think I've kind of gone the day-date things. They're a bit. I really love my two-tone bluesy. That's kind of as kind of as much gold as I really want. I love the two-tone bluesy. For me,
for
that's
now,
just,
Arch, things can change.
yeah, they can change.
I've noticed they've changed quite a lot.
The problem with these day dates is they're all expensive. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not.
They're not cheap.
They're not cheap. They're not cheap. And
no Rolex is cheap, Archie.
No,
the Submariner
Rolex
is very expensive. Two-tone.
No, you're right. You're right. None of these are.
They're not for the faint-hearted. So put it that way. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But no, if he loves this, man, I love this. I would buy it if I was him. I would. But
Yes, ask David SW to what's up with the hands. Just confirm that, and rest. If you like it, then done.
Beautiful stuff. That is beautiful stuff, Saad. And we got a super chat here from Gun Glutton, $5. Got a new Speedy. Is it safe to wash under sink water with soft toothbrush like my Rolex? Good question. Well, it's not really waterproof. What do you think, Timely?
Yeah. Wash it, and then while it's under the water, push the buttons as well.
I wouldn't necessarily submerge it in water. I possibly away from the crown, and that you could use a damp cloth just to give it a wipe over.
Yeah, it's not water resistant at all.
Yeah. Chronographs. You've just got to be a bit careful. That's all.
All right. Well, think of it this way, okay? So you got a watch, and water can get in from 3 points, where the crown is, the case back, and the crystal. Now this is a chronograph, so you've just added two more points where the water can get in from, right? So how much water resistance is there really going to be? It's got all the water resistance of rice paper, let's be honest.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, the pressure builds up inside the watch where it will suck things in.
So when you're underwater and its pressure's built up and you press one of the pushers in, you've just allowed
water
the pressure
in. But
inside
he's
the
saying,
watch to release.
can he clean it? What's the best way to clean it? Damp cloth, you reckon?
Microfiber cloth, wipe it down whenever you wear it, right? After you're done, like what Bear does. And then if you really need to give it a good clean, you can remove the bracelet and put it through the ultrasonic. And that'll clean the shit
another
out
reason to get a Rolex.
Patel Philippe, here we go. Patel Philippe, $5.50. Arch, give me 3 and GMT 3 good reasons not to put 50 Ming world timers or 1 if you're not GMT in the cart to buy right now. I really
understand.
I
you know why I'm
understand.
saying that, right?
Yeah,
I
know.
I can do this. The lugs are fucking upside down. It has a hack function, but it's only a fucking 2-hander, and it's toxic sludge.
Are you talking about hang on, are you talking about the world time? No, he's talking about the world time.
I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about Mings in general.
Yeah,
okay.
I'd generally stay away from it. I mean, I think this is probably one of the most hype micro brands.
I think so. I agree with you, Archie, 100%. They don't sell well either afterwards. They used to, not anymore.
They had a bit of hype, but the world has changed.
I was actually glad to get out of them, Arch.
You were?
Yeah. I was very glad to get out of them. I didn't think I would be able to, but I did. So I'm
All right,
glad I
Archie,
did.
come on. It says, give me and GMT 3 good reasons not to put the 50 Ming World
You'll
Time.
lose your
in.
money. You will lose your money. You
Gotta
will
hurt
lose your
one.
money. You lose your money. You will lose your money. It's worst
That's one.
possible. They're ugly.
2,
And 3, they're unsaleable.
3. Done. Happy days. Next.
Here we go. AD never calling, $10. Arch, hello to you, Timely, GMT, and my dear Lord and God, Sard.
Hey,
Most
mate.
of
How
all,
are you?
warmest wishes to all my pals in the chat. Lolex is king, but the chat is where it's at.
Thank
Good
you,
day
sir.
to the most sophisticated and debonair gentleman in the watch community.
And
Patrick
also
Philippe.
has got the sexiest voice on
I know
YouTube.
you should do those ebooks or some shit, with that
Yes,
voice. It's
he's
fucking
very,
fantastic.
very cool. He's a great guy. I
He
really,
definitely is. He's a good man. He supports you wholeheartedly too. That's what I love about him.
Oh, yeah.
He's such a
Yeah.
good man.
and he. I remember meeting him in Texas, in Dallas, and it was. I remember I walked into this bar at the hotel we were staying at, and there was Shot in the Dark, and there was my good friend AD Patrick Philippe, AD Never Calling. Great.
And let's not forget, he does one of the best Mike the Snake impersonations there is around.
And also a Rodney Dangerfield impersonation,
Oh, yeah?
because I love
We're gonna
Rodney.
hear
I haven't
that.
heard that one. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, he's really, really good. Great guy. Great guy.
We love you, brother. We
Super
love you.
cat.
That's the point. We love you.
And cut myself shaving, fuck
Again?
yeah.
Again, it's the second time, man.
I know.
What do
I
you
know.
shave with?
One was on
What
the
do you
other
shave
nostril. Now it's on the other nostril. What the hell, man?
Hang on,
I
hang on,
know.
hang on. What do you shave with?
Mark III.
Okay.
Gillette.
Okay, you just go generic stuff. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, well, it's got 3 blades, right? So
Thomas Burdett, £5. General Sard, what do you think to the new stone dial they dates? Which would you pick with fluted bezel? Carnelian orange, green aventurine, or turquoise?
hang on,
Can
boys.
you
Give
bring it up?
me a sec, yeah? I'll
Bring
be
it
right
up,
back.
man. Bring it up so we can
Bring it
have a
up.
look at him.
Yeah, this is
that's a
Stan's
great
style.
question
He says,
too by Thomas. He's a good friend of
yeah,
mine.
he
Great
says
man.
when there is a watch question, you have to display that watch on the screen.
Yeah, that's exactly right, son. And you know what? I love it when you come on because people throw questions at you like this, and we get a nice, vast variety of, topics, which is great.
Thanks, bro.
And you're also sexy, but so just putting it out there.
But
Why is everyone
most
going,
of the people are into sports watches, so it's,
I'm not. I'm with you all the way. I love everything, man. It's not just sports. I like mine.
The
Dress,
Day
I
Date
like
really
those.
is a sports watch in many regards.
It is, but
waterproof.
it looks amazing when you're dressed up too, Arch.
Mm.
It really does. It's a versatile watch.
it's a Patrick Philippe kind of a watch, It's for a high
He does.
personality.
He hates him, eh? He doesn't like him, Patrick Philippe.
I thought he had one.
No, it doesn't. He
Okay.
hasn't got it. Not that I could be wrong, but not that I know. He could answer that question.
Look at his last message.
I love you, brother. Oh, what a classic, man. This guy rocks, doesn't he? Where's everyone gone? It's just me and you,
Where is
Sadia, by the
Timely?
sounds of it.
He's
I don't know.
here,
He's probably gone to toilet or something, have a wank. I don't know. Just disappeared.
He'll be back. It's okay. Don't worry.
Are you eating
calling
something, Arch? You're
I think
eating,
he's
aren't
calling
you?
up. I think he's calling up a picture. Do you like Bilton?
What's built on, Arch?
You know that it's like jerky.
Oh,
Stuff
jerky.
like-
Yeah. I don't mind it. I'm not a big fan, but I don't mind it. Is that what you're eating right now, Arch?
It's a little bit.
No,
It
why
becomes
not?
rubber in your stomach. Don't
Do you want
eat
me
it.
to tell
Archie.
you? Do you want me, while we're waiting, do you want me to tell you some bad news that happened to me yesterday?
Yes, tell me.
So what happened was I had a bit of a headache yesterday, so I went and laid down. Anyway, I get up and my wife goes, I've got some bad news. I said,
Yes.
I had a bit of an
Yes.
accident. I go, what'd you do to the car? What happened? She goes, it's not the car. I go, what do you mean? What is it? She goes, it's the TV. I go, what did you do to the TV? She goes, we're playing catch with the little one and yeah, I didn't catch it. And it smashed the TV.
The big TV.
The big TV in our lounge room. Yeah.
It's broken
So
now.
it's broken now. Yeah, it's it's fucked. So now I've got to go. And the funny thing is I can't go today. And we've got 4 days off, right? So I can't go today to buy a new one. So because everything's shut, right, Arch? So yeah, now I don't have anything to watch. The TV that I spoke to you about yesterday.
Oh, yeah, you fucked up.
I got the news why Timely was trying to call me and I didn't answer him. And he goes, oh, no one wants to answer. I said, no, man, I'm fucking
Archie,
pissed off.
what's the first way to know whether the watch is messed with or not? What do you look at in the watch first?
Best way to know if the watch is messed with. Tell me this,
Yeah,
Tan.
without
The dial,
opening it.
the hands. Tell me the
The
dial.
hands, Archie, you are out of this world, Archie. I cannot take this anymore.
Yes.
You have too much fun.
Thank you. Thank you. The dial, the hands. Because, the dial is probably the most important thing on many of these sports watches,
Of course it is.
There's three things to look at.
Plastic goes to me, why don't you go get your dial replaced, go get your
picture up. I'll get that. I've got that picture, Timely. Don't worry, I've got it
Hold
here
up.
for you.
Sorry.
He's telling
if the handset's wrong, if the dial's been retouched, and if there's service parts in the movement. So
Here we go. Here's these three I think he's talking about here.
Yes. So this is with Thomas Burnett, which you call Burdett, 4.99 pounds. General Sir, what do you think of the new stone dial dates? Which would you pick with fluted bezel, carnelian orange, or green aventurine turquoise?
These
think
aren't
the
fluted
orange
ones,
one.
are they?
Yeah, fluted. Diamonds doesn't look good on these dates, especially on the bezel. So I would say the orange carnelian is the best. It will be the most expensive also between these three. The turquoise was already in production, but with yellow gold model. I think they still produce it in yellow gold for the yellow gold watch. And the third one is the green dial, which I also think is very, very beautiful. But the orange will be the most expensive. Looking at the history, the Stella Orange was one of the most expensive, and the Coral Day dates were always very expensive. So this orange will be also expensive.
Do you think more women will go for these ones now because of the diamond indices?
Yes, but personally speaking, if I can get one of these, I'll go for it. I'll wear it.
Okay.
Yes.
I like diamonds actually. I love diamonds.
Oh no, yeah, so do I.
diamonds are Assad's best friend.
I just don't like the way they've been done on the indices here. Just the way they're done.
Yes, it's too much.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's just
I don't know why they do it. They could have left it plain,
Oh yeah, they would have been next level, man. Oh, I heard on another channel, I'm not going to mention which one, but that they were gonna, you can get it without it. But normally you can. If that was the case, you can't. I know you can't. Normally, if that was the case, they'll show it on the Rolex website, and they haven't. So it's not the case. You know what I mean?
That's why. Like if you compare with this with the 118238 Coral, if you can bring it timely, you will like that dial more than this orange. Just because it has no diamond. Coral, yeah.
It does look nice, but the stone dials look very nice. I love the stone dials.
Okay.
And they'll be very sought after, I think, once they start producing them.
Come on, load up. What are you doing? Sorry, while it's loading, you guys can talk, It won't take all the internet.
I got to tell you, these stone dials, do you have to be careful if you drop them? What's the danger with them, Saad?
Archie, the danger is only when you are opening the watch and handling the dial, without the case. That is the most dangerous time. However, with the with the wood dial, the problem is moisture. If water goes inside it and you don't, you know, service it on time, the dial will be destroyed. You know, because water is extremely bad for the wood. You know, because the problem is it's a very thin layer of wood, very thin layer. You don't have much space here.
Mm.
And same with stone watches. It's easy to break them.
Oh, I see.
A good
Got
knock
you.
and it'll break.
So this
Yeah?
is not. I was talking about the coral. This is not coral, by the way.
So
Okay.
this if water got onto this, what happens to the stone dial of water? Will that have a bad effect on it?
With stone dial, not much problem because it's
Not much problem.
consider it like a marble. You know, not much. However,
Yeah.
with dials, you know, Archie, it's always if you have water spots, it's very difficult to clean them.
Yes. Yes. I see what you're saying. Um.
Why is it so slow today?
It's Easter
No,
Friday.
I mean the. We were looking for the coral dial, but anyway.
Because it's hard to find the shit. It's hard.
Okay,
It's okay.
18238 coral. Write
I
the old
know. I
reference.
put it in, but
Okay,
fuck the reference to find it is a bastard.
It's okay.
So
It's
this is the
okay.
ladies' date just, but still you
Yeah.
can see there is no
Still
indices here,
looking.
Archie.
Yeah. You know, the Japanese market had the diamond at 6 and 9. I owned one of those at one stage. The two
Yeah, that's
diamonds.
pretty rare, Archie, now, especially with the lapis or onyx. Very special.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to tell you, these special dials,
Yeah, I think I found it.
enamel, the enamel dials are very valuable. You know, the enamel.
Yes,
Stone is rarer than enamel, Saad?
yes. Enamel dials were actually very cheap. I mean, it's an ordinary dial. So
Yeah.
uh, yeah, but it's rare. You know, just in the 70s they produced that.
Yes. Yes.
So I will prefer the stone dial over any enamel dial. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the pyramid onyx pyramid. Sorry, coral pyramid. But you see, there are no. I mean, with this they have diamonds, but with the normal coral, I don't know. Is it so rare that you cannot find it? But
yeah,
they don't
you
have any
fucking tell me
indices.
where it is then. Yeah, look. 118238 coral dial I put in. You tell me which
This
one.
is okay. This is 18208 is also fine. It's the same thing. We are just looking at the dial.
Here we go. We've got a super chat from Gun Glutton, $5. And Gun Glutton says, does Rolex treat meteorite dials? I bought a meteorite wedding band from David Yurman, and they said it would eventually patina to a copper color. What's he talking about? What's a meteorite? That's completely different.
I never heard that anybody the meteorite change color with time. Never heard.
I think that's two different things, because a meteorite it's two different things. I think he's talking about something different completely.
Short answer is I've never seen a meteorite dial change color.
Never heard of it either.
Yes.
And maybe that, yeah, I think it's different tech, because they've got to remember, in the watch itself, it's protected by the case. It's a waterproof case.
Yeah.
So you're not getting any contaminants on it.
Timely, you see the second picture where they have two watches from the left. This is my friend's. Yes, this is my friend's website. I'm not sure whether Archie knows him. He's also Paul, Hong Kong Watch Fever, and this is probably the last coral dial they date produced at that time. You know, it was a special order. You know.
Why did Rolex make these coral dials? Was there a special reason? What was the reason for this, Saad?
Just variety, Archie. I mean, it's a flagship model from Rolex, so they wanted the customer. Yeah.
They want to try different things, I suppose.
Yeah, this is the maximum they could do, you know, play with the dials.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. The maximum. Good point. Good point. Do you see them how do you know whether it's original dial for the watch? Is the paperwork? Is there a giveaway?
Paper doesn't define dial until
Yeah.
recently. So the only way is to magnify it, look at it through a loop or something, check out the
Mhm.
text, whether the text is correct, and especially the base plate. When you flip the dial, you see the base plate, then you can know how whether it is original or non-original, because the way they install these stone dials on these watches, Rolex, it's the finishing is very good on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. What's the oh, look at that. It's beautiful. What do you think of the wooden dials? You've seen the wooden dials too, haven't you?
What about this for a coral dial?
Phew,
Oh, this is Pantera.
This is.
Pantera, yes.
I really wanted a coral dial Pantera, man.
Amazing, isn't it?
It's one of the ugliest cars in the world. The Tomaso Pantera.
Oh, why do you say that?
It's ugly. Do you like it? It's
I
very ugly.
always liked the Pantera. I love them.
It
'Cause
used to be like red, but then it burned in the fire a little bit and ended up looking coral.
But it didn't burn.
Tell me this, bark finish with coral, was that more common than standard, or what did they put this on?
Bark finish was always a low sell watch. It was not liked by many people. So it's useless to have a watch with bark finish and an expensive dial. You can remove that dial from it and put it in a normal press day date.
Yes.
The bark finish doesn't sell well, Archie.
The bark finish. When did they finish bark
I,
itself?
I think in the 80s.
I
Bark
think the
injection.
last model was 18238.
18, yes, it
But
shouldn't be
in
238.
that model. Not in that model. It was called something else, but it was in
18348. It should be something
yeah,
like
that's
that.
right. But it had
18348.
the double quick set.
Mm. Do you think they will? Do you think the these special dials they're going to put them into the 40 mil ones, or is there a reason they only did it for 30?
They already do it, Archie. You can find an onyx dial. You can find meteorite dial.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
got the Eisenkaizen, the Eisenkaizen.
yes, we have the Eisenkaizen.
I love
Yes.
the Eisenkaizen. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's the one JL's got. Remember JL's got that,
JL.
hasn't he?
Yeah.
What a guy! I miss that guy so much, man. I really
What
do.
happened to him?
Oh,
He
he's
just
When-
dropped off. He just
He's
dropped
just
off.
busy with sometimes the problem is people come on, they get so excited, they want to go full gangbusters, then they kind of burn out. They think, oh shit, what am I spending such time here on this stuff for?
And
He's-
that's why I didn't jump on last night, because I wasn't in a good mood. If you understand.
Hey,
Oh, trust me, he was pissed off. I had to make him calm down and go.
how much was the
TV
TV? How much
shopping
was
with him.
how much is the TV? If you don't
Well,
mind
the
me asking?
TV is it's a few years old, but I paid $3,500 for it.
Oh,
Okay.
So yeah, not
Don't
happy.
throw balls in the fucking house.
I wasn't me, man.
timely. The
And
reference
it
that
wasn't a
Archie is
ball.
talking about is 18248, I believe. 18248. That's the final bark finish that we had.
The
And
rough finish.
Did they also do these stone dials with the quartz version, the President Day dates?
I'm not feeling the bark.
No, I haven't seen actually. They might do it, but I haven't seen it. This is a tough question that you asked me. Never
Yeah.
seen it.
Because you're a specialist in these
Yes, but
exotic
I've
dials.
seen wood oyster quartz. I've seen wood dials in
Mhm.
oyster quartz. That was common, but I haven't seen many stone dials in oyster quartz.
No.
Yeah. Not interested in oyster quartz, Archie. It's a quartz. And I don't like the integrated bracelet style, The best thing about Day-Date is its bracelet design. Rest, it's a day
Yeah.
just with day window. Nothing special in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we got Swinging Kangaroo in the chat as well.
Swinging kangaroo. Swinging kangaroo.
Yeah, we
Hello.
miss you, brother. Where
He's a
you
great
been?
guy. He's a great guy. I love the swinging kangaroo.
Come on, Archie, one more time.
Swinging kangaroo.
You really
Join
did
us,
fuck yourself up,
swinging-
didn't you? I can see
Join
it.
us in the panel.
You can see that,
Jesus.
can't you?
You really
like
fucked
Norman
yourself
Gunston.
up,
You know
Arch.
Norman
Jesus
Gunston?
Christ.
You're
Norman
gonna fucking
Gunston.
bleed out. It's still going.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
Were you in a
that's not
hurry,
Nick,
Arch,
it's
and you
fucking
did it?
gout.
Because it's the second time you've done it. Were you in a hurry?
Sort of. Yeah, I was a bit today.
Yeah. That's what happens to me when I'm in a hurry. I fucking
He's traveling at the
carve
moment.
myself up.
Holy
traveling.
crap.
What's the weather like in Darwin today? Tell me the weather. Can you just do a quick
hot.
check.
A quick check. It's hot
Hot and
and
fuck.
moisty and
In
cloudy
Brisbane,
and
it's about
shit.
22 degrees. It's fucking beautiful. Absolutely.
Let's have a look at the degrees. It's going to be
23 degrees and cloudy.
at the moment it's 27, but it's going. They reckon it's going to go up to 35 or something like that. It's got 80. Humidity is 82%.
Sydney, 14.8 possible showers. Feels like 16. Who fucking comes up? It's 14.8, so 15, and it goes feels like 16.2 because there's a fucking difference. Because you're really gonna go outside and go, oh, nah, it actually feels like 16, not 15. Come on, man. Seriously.
Yeah. It's a bit like that, isn't it?
Super chat.
Patel Philippe,
Super chat.
$5.50.
Where have you been? Philippe Dufour Simplicity versus Rolex Submariner Hulk. I go for the Hulk, thank you.
Pull it up.
Philippe
Patek
Dufour.
gets really angry when we don't display the watch.
I'm getting there.
Philippe Dufour.
Philippe Dufour Simplicity. Let's go here. I like this guy. He's pretty cool. He's a watchmaker. Let's go to his website. I watch this guy's channel.
I just pulled it up. There we go. Ooh.
Put it in.
Two different genres, but you know what I mean? Like one's a diver, one's
Oh, for
sort of a
shit's sake,
dress.
mate. There we go. Pop-ups, bullshit. Okay, yeah.
I think
And
Rolex.
Rolex and a Hulk, we all know. I mean,
Yeah, we know.
come on.
What would you go for? Let's go panel. Saad.
Rolex.
Mr. GMT.
Yep. So what was the question? Sorry, I just got my.
It's on the
Which would you
screen
go
there.
for?
Ah, sorry.
Which one would you
Here we
go for? Philippe Dufour or Rolex,
Rolex.
Hulk? Rolex.
Rolex.
And Timely, you've already said Rolex, and I would go Rolex.
Rolex, fuckaroonies, Rolex.
Beautiful piece.
What would you go for,
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful piece. Beautiful.
Yeah, but
piece.
you know, when the reason why I wouldn't go for the Philippe Dufour is because I probably barely ever wear it for the price. You know what I mean?
Super chat.
That's the only
80
reason why I wouldn't go
this
for
is
it.
80
It's not
never
like you can
calling.
watch.
This is AD Never Calling. Thank you so
My
much for
friend.
your support there. Philippe Dufour. Philippe Dufour. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Philippe Dufour. There is no simplicity in name stealing. It takes a very complicated criminal mind.
Patrick Philippe Dufour. Get it?
What kind of hybrid is this? Patrick
Duke,
Philippe
Duke,
Dufour.
Archie.
I love you, mate.
Here we go. There we go. That's exactly it. It takes a very complicated criminal mind here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Guys, I'll be honest with you, this is a different genre completely. These are expensive. These Philippe Dufours are not cheap. Do you know how
Yeah,
dear
they're not
these
cheap.
are?
And how much would you wear it? Like for myself in my
I know.
lifestyle, probably barely wear it. To be
In
honest.
Darwin,
Okay.
you hardly. Here we go.
Yeah.
Philip Patel, Philippe, $5.50. Kerry Voutalion, Vinteg, 8 versus Rolex Day Date Eisen Kiesel. Eisen Kiesel.
Eisen Kiesel.
That's the one that
Eisen Kiesel.
JL's
JL.
got.
JL, yeah.
I'd go Day Date any day of the week. He's
Yeah,
got the
me too.
rose gold, hasn't he? Rose
Yeah,
gold.
it comes in only rose gold.
You know
yeah.
these Kerry
Eisen Kiesel.
Voutilainens, right? Seriously, you know Marco's a huge fan of
Oh, he
them.
loves them. He loves them. Loves them.
But I mean, they are beautiful. They're great watches, but I'm more I think I'm still in awe of Rolex and the more commercial brands. These are for people who've done it, you know?
It's not only people that done it. Will they wear them? That's how I look at it. At every single piece I own, right? Will I wear it? If I'm not going to wear it so much, why am I going to spend so much money on it? Right?
Excellent. Yeah.
Now, this is beautiful. Look, I think that is probably one of the most beautiful day dates.
That's gorgeous, man. I've seen it, and it's fucking beautiful.
I don't care Rolex, whatever, but aesthetically, it's just to me more pleasing than the one that I had on the screen.
Tell me this.
Yeah.
Do you prefer this or that new green dial?
Ooh.
This.
Yeah.
For me, it'd be this.
It's fucking beautiful. You know, JL's got 2 exotic dials. He's got the day date like this, and he's also got the meteorite dial GMT.
Ooh.
When did he get that?
Oh, he's had that for a while, I thought. No?
I don't know. I've got no idea. Well, no one's
Whole
ever
Milk
spoken to him.
says,
How did
"Take
you
the
find that out, Arch?
simplicity."
How did you find that out?
I spoke to him a while ago. I thought he
okay.
had, didn't he?
No, he
Take
hasn't
the
said anything to
simplicity,
anyone.
sell it, pay off both your houses, and move to Japan.
Yeah, they're saying that the simplicity is worth a hell of a lot more than the Rolex. So
See, I don't think it comes down to money, but does it always come down to money, what you prefer?
Yes.
You know, GMT has a great point, Archie. He says, buy what you will wear, you know. So that is why we are choosing the watch that we like, you know. It's not about money always.
And it also, it's in the way that I am as a collector. I do that with everything, even my Superman collection. If I'm going to buy it, because I know collectors that just buy and just keep them in their boxes and just put them away, right?
Yeah.
I won't buy it just to put it away. If I don't put it out there to enjoy it, I won't buy it.
And then there's always one in the crowd that'll say, "Oh, but you could buy the more expensive one, then sell it, and then buy what you like," and blah blah blah. Just fucking relax.
See, there's a reason why I bought the Glasuta, right? Because I knew that the Glasuta is a dress watch. It's not as expensive as, say, a lot of these other watches, right?
Yes.
It's gorgeous. You get compliments regardless. And not only that, I know that that's going to be the least I'm going to wear out of all my collection, but I'll still wear it. But it's not blowing the budget where I'm going to have something sitting there and I'm never going to wear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Very
Malik Diamond.
Malik Diamond.
Big super chat.
Malik Diamond, our good friend, $20. Arch, thoughts on the 116264? Pull them up. We're going to play the song for that. He deserves.
Yeah, definitely play it.
Play the song and pull it up now.
For that now.
Pull it out and play the song. While you pull it out.
Baby super chat, baby super chat. Baby super chat, baby super chat.
Bring in some super chats. Let's get the thing happening. Super chat, baby. Super chat. Let's get this on, baby. What a great super chat. So these are the Thunderbirds. These are the very,
which I did own a 90s Thunderbird.
And
so
is this a successor to the Thunderbird, right? The Turnograph.
Yeah, Turnograph. And the thing is, they only did them in 36, but they didn't do them in 40. I think that'd be a fucking classic if they did them in the 40, don't you think? The 41, don't you think?
I think it's pretty cool how they've got, it's a fluted bezel, but you've got the markers on it as well.
Yeah.
Well, the 90s ones were different to these, to the more modern ones.
It's a functioning bezel, but it's a fluted one.
I thought these were so sexy.
Yeah.
These are
I thought they
beautiful.
will gain too much value over time, but they didn't, even after
No,
discontinuation.
no, that's funny you say that, Saad. They fucking went nowhere, did they?
No,
Yeah, I thought
there was one guy that was buying him everywhere, just buying him left, right, and center. I think now it's probably spewing. What the fuck was I doing?
Patrick Philippe Dufour, $10. Name stealing battle. Which of Tan's thefts were better? Patel Philippe Dufour or AP Never Calling? I think Patel Philippe Dufour.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think that's great. That it's so cool. It's so clever how it's done. Very, very clever guys.
But do you know why I bought the Turnograph, Arch? The very first
Why?
Rolex I ever had?
they did them in two-tone, and did they do them
Yeah.
in solid gold, Sad?
I don't know if they did.
no, two-tone
I
only.
think the Thunderbirds
Why'd
they
you buy
did.
it?
Yeah. I had 1996 Thunderbird
Let me check.
Turnograph. And I bought it from Texas, Arch, back in 2000 and I think it was 8 or 9. I can't remember. It was close to there
Yep.
anyway.
Yeah.
And the reason why I chose a Turnograph because they were copying a lot of Submariners. I wanted a Submariner, but I wasn't a watch guru or anything, so I didn't know if I was going to get ripped off. So I knew the Turnograph back then wasn't copied as much. So I said it's a safer bet to get, and I want to have the Rolex in my collection. So I did purchase that, and it was real. It came with all the papers and everything, which was great. I went and got it checked out. Back in the day, there was a guy that was there was a Rolex dealer here, and then they shut down. And
That
he
was
checked
in
it
Darwin.
out
That was
for me.
in Darwin.
Yeah, in Darwin, yeah. I got it shipped from Texas, actually, Arch. And
How much
from a
was
grey
it? How
dealer.
much was it?
Back then, I paid $4,000. And
Okay.
I actually ended up traded in for $6,000. So I swapped it over and I got a, well, I can't remember what I swapped it over for. It might have been a two-tone Submariner. I can't remember. But
So they didn't do all gold version of the Turnograph, but the Thunderbird was all gold.
Yes. Thank you, Saad, for clarifying that. Do you miss it, Mr. GMT?
Actually, I do.
What
It
color
was a
dial
very
did you have?
I had a black dial. It was a black dial.
Roulette
And
date? Roulette is when it's black, red. Roulette.
no,
roulette.
it wasn't. No, it wasn't black, red. Just black and with gold indices. It was.
Oh, it's two-tone. Two-tone?
Two-tone, yeah, two-tone, yeah.
Shit.
Um,
Jubilee or Oyster?
Jubilee. It was a
Jubilee. Oh, so not Jubilee bracelet.
Yeah, Jubilee
Steel
bracelet.
and yellow gold.
Yep.
With a black dial. That would have been
Black
fucking
dial.
killer in the day.
It was beautiful, actually.
And you were wearing jazz then at the time.
Yeah. Oh no. That was after jazz. No, I wasn't wearing it at that time. No, that was mid 2008 or 2009. I can't
You know
remember.
what my fragrances were? Do you want to hear this just as a bit of a side?
Far away. Let's do it.
So when I was 18, I went to Myers, and the fragrance I really liked was jazz.
So you went to Grace Brothers, let's be honest.
Yes, yeah. I was in Brisbane. They call it Maya.
Oh,
Maya's
okay,
they're going broke. Did you know they got the Maya Centre in Brisbane? They're actually pulling out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit!
They got the centre named after them, and anyhow, it's a long story. Then in the 2000s, I switched to Ralph Lauren Romance. They used to do that for men. Romance for men. Remember that? I don't know if you remember that.
No,
And then
I don't.
Later on, I went to a lot of Dunhills. Because I used to travel overseas. I thought Dunhill turned out to be a real dud of a brand.
Yeah, it was.
Dunhill is like a super. It's like cheaper. It's actually, I don't mind them. I like the Dunhill Blue. And you remember in the 90s, they used to do the pairing. You could buy the jazz soap. You could buy deodorant.
Yeah, you could buy the deodorant
and the
jazz soap.
aftershave.
Yeah, I loved it.
They called it
So good.
layering, and they don't do that now. They don't seem to
No,
do that.
they still have those sets, Archie. You can get.
I know.
them.
I bought a set of a fragrance that they only had the deodorant and the actual fragrance, but I haven't seen them with soaps lately. I haven't anyway.
Yeah, it's interesting. But
did you ever wear dupe? Because Malik Diamonds is mentioning dupe. Did you ever wear dupe, Arch?
Actually, I fucking have dupe. Everyone hates. Everyone puts shit on dupe. That is got
strong.
the most. That's got the most compliments out of anything.
It's very strong.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I used to work at, believe it or not, for a few years, I worked at Hertz Rent-A-Car, Arch.
Oh, you worked at Hertz?
Yeah, I did work at Hertz as well.
It's got to hurt, GMT. It's got to hurt.
I tried everything else just to
Did you enjoy
say that
it?
I've tried it. I loved it. It was one of my favorite jobs.
I actually tried to get a job at Hertz. I tried to get a job at Hertz, Mr. GMT.
Oh, yeah?
I was knocked back repeatedly. Twice I applied.
Repeatedly.
Hertz and Avis. I think I applied. I think it was Hertz.
Avis is good too, yeah. The manager that hired me still today comes to my shop and eats. That's the friendship that we had. The manager and that was back in early 2000s. That's how much of an impact we had.
Was it the rental car business? They make a lot of money. They can do really well in it.
Very well, because especially if they get like defense contracts and stuff, because defense hire them from the airport and stuff. Yeah. They make a killing. They make a killing out.
Pavel talking perfume and rental car agencies in a relaxed format. Now, when you were working at Hertz, you were wearing you were wearing this watch here, the Turnograph. Is that correct?
No. That was before I bought the Turnograph. When I was there, that was way before.
Okay.
That's how he bought it. See, he got the extra job.
But the reason why I mentioned Hertz was because a guy that was working there, he actually killed the fragrance for me because he just kept on wearing it so much.
Oh, dude.
I got put off the fragrance. He just killed it every day. He was just smashing that fragrance, and it was just too much for me after a while, and just put me off.
Yeah.
Because it is a strong fragrance. It is a very strong fragrance.
I got it. I love it. I kind of.
Yeah, it's nice in small doses, but this guy just thought that it was the fucking be or end all. He was just layering
Archie,
it.
do you like oil-based perfumes or alcohol-based? Which one do you like?
What's the difference? I please explain.
The oil is that lasts for much more time and it doesn't dry your skin.
Are they more expensive? I never really.
They are more expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go cheap. I'm cheap and nasty,
Dunhill Blue.
That was. What do you like, Dunhill? I thought that was such a.
I don't even know what it smells like, to be honest.
They used to make Dunhill Desire, something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Couldn't tell.
Yeah. It's.
I used to wear Aqua de Joe.
Aqua de Joe.
That was very big. That was huge, Arch. That was.
I remember Kuros. When I went for the Jazz,
too.
I was either Jazz or Kuros. And I thought, oh fuck, I couldn't buy both. It was so expensive.
Yeah, not wrong. Back then,
Kuros is cheap now.
Yeah, but it's not the same as it used to be. The old formula.
Yeah, even Jazz is not the same.
Oh well, that's why I stopped buying Jazz, because they changed the formula on it. It was ridiculous.
Archie, will you ever wear women's perfume if you like it? Have you ever done that?
Sorry?
Have you ever?
It's funny you say that. Women.
Yeah.
Women often wear men's.
Men's ones. I'll never wear a woman's one. They're too fucking. I don't know.
You can wear women's oud. Christian Dior or any other.
Oh, the ouds are different. There's some ouds that you can wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to find them.
Wearing ladies' perfume in a relaxed format.
Now, I got to tell you, this Turnograph here, we're talking Turnographs. I love them. These were kind of they were out
Archie,
before the summer.
why have they not made collector's item? Why are they not sought after? Why have the prices not increased?
Yeah,
I think
we do an advert for it every 5 seconds. Here, look, DP. Hi, karate.
I think the problem is it's fickle. It's very fickle. Okay. The problem is they didn't bring these out as 41s. Okay. So they're all automatically relegated to 36.
Okay.
They didn't really promote them. They haven't brought out. If they brought out a new line of them, I'm sure they would be successful. But they haven't really given it airtime. You know what I'm saying?
Archie, about the Milgauss that recently got discontinued, how much do you think the price will go up on that watch?
My own opinion, Swinging Kangaroo, $5. I'll change my name to Pontel, Never Calling, Pontiff, Tan, and Patrick, all in one, once and for all. Hope you all doing well. Cheers from Big Apple today.
Take
Thank
care, my
you.
man. Hope you're having an
Wing
awesome
and
time.
Kangaroo.
You're a funny guy, man. Funny.
Look, you know
Like,
what,
like,
Saad?
New York today, huh?
Saad, I got to
Yes.
tell you,
Oh, shit.
I think they haven't really promoted it. If they did some promotion, look, the Milgauss, you know what? I think they made far too many for them to be that super valuable.
Okay. Okay.
What do you think? They had a long production run. You know what I'm saying?
But Daytona also had a long production run. So many watches had long production run. But the thing is, can it be an investor piece?
Look, I miss my fucking blue one. That's one watch I wish I actually would looked into getting one. They've gone a bit high at the moment. I think they will settle down a bit.
Yes.
Has the Milgauss ever been that much of a big seller though?
Well,
Yeah,
when
it
they
was
first,
never. Yeah.
when they first came out, they were hot. They were very hot. Okay. And the Milgauss, I thought it was amazing. They released the Milgauss. It had white and black with non-GV. It was black and white, non-GV. I thought they were amazing when they came out. But I got to tell you, I think, Saad, they've made too many for them to be really super valuable. You know what I mean? You're talking this mass. They Rolex is a mass-produced thing. Okay, there's so many. Everybody as soon as something happens, they assume it's going to be super valuable. A lot of people very opportunistic, thinking they're going to be worth a fortune. There's so many. It's like an APH dial on the Daytona. APH, blue loom, da 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 da. So many variations, and at the end of the day, a lot of them, I kind of think they've overplayed that card. People
Yes.
want they assume everything they have is super valuable. Well,
Yes.
you got to sell it.
Yeah.
So
The same thing with the John
is,
Mayer.
but
Now the John Mayer is going really up, but at the same time, the Meteorite versions have also gone really up because of the discontinuation. So whatever gets discontinued, people think that it's now
oh yeah,
a diamond. No,
The-
but the only problem is, GMT. What if
what's
they
that?
come up with the new John Mayer next year? For example, gold Daytona with the
Well,
green
that's what I
dial.
said about the Hulk. What about if they bring the Hulk back? That's going
What
to
if
kick a
they
lot of
bring
people in
out
the balls.
the new Milgauss, revised, better Milgauss? What will happen to the current Milgauss prices?
Has the Milgauss gone up, but side?
Yes, it did. So, but
Oh, it did,
slightly,
okay.
Again, as Archie said, it was a mass-produced watch and never very much liked by the people.
That's
So
the same as the All Black. The All Black wasn't very popular.
the white was doing terrible. The white dial, and
Yeah,
then
but I didn't mind
Yeah.
the white dial. Actually, I actually liked it.
yes,
I
I
didn't mind it.
I myself like the white dial more than the GV.
Yeah, me
the
too.
blue with the green.
We've got so much in common, side. It's ridiculous.
I like
We
the
are the
ones
Day
with
brothers.
the green
That's it.
glass, regardless of dial color. I just like the green glass.
Yeah, the black
100%
GMT
right.
didn't go up in price. Not really. No, it didn't.
No, that's
Yeah.
gone up now. The black you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
That has gone up now. It's no
I
more.
tell you what,
Oh,
the big
I'm
surprise
sure.
is
Oh,
the
true.
two-tone. The two-tone's gone up. You know, the steel with yellow gold ceramic. That's gone crazy.
Hey,
Has it?
excuse my ignorance, but who is John Mayer?
He's a
He's an
singer.
artist. Yeah.
Is he a singer? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look up his song. Just look up John Mayer. You'll see his
Scratchy,
songs.
$2. Arch, when are you returning your
Entertainer.
tiny BMW? Shouldn't be too long, Scratchy. Won't be too long. I'm thinking about changing it for a mobile home. I'm thinking about changing it for a
Archie, how good
van
is the
life.
sound system on that BMW? What brand has made the speakers? Is it Harman Kardon?
No, they weren't. I bought a demonstrator, so it was already pre-configured. But I don't. That was an option to get the more expensive
The
one.
demonstrator is normally the highest spec car because they have to impress the clients. Is yours the
I
highest spec?
see.
Didn't they used to have Blaupunkt? Wasn't that their standard?
That was the
BMW
old.
did used
Yeah.
to use Blaupunkt. They did Blue
Yeah.
Dot. That's German for blue dot. Blue dot. Look, it's actually pretty amazing stereo. It's fantastic. It's a very, very. I really do
It's
like
the most
car.
reliable part of the car, isn't it, Archie?
Look, I saw something good on YouTube. They said modern BMWs are usually good to 100,000 miles. What do you think, Saad?
It's much more reliable. I've sent you the GD survey, car survey of 2023, and it's doing really well now. BMW has gone up in reliability.
Yeah.
My
Look,
BMW, we had 103
You had the old one.
on it. No, it was well, by the time I sold it, it was 10 years old, but it was E93. It was a 335. It was a modern, BMW, and it was pretty much trouble free for 100,000 miles. Yeah, I think if they're well maintained, they're definitely good for 100,000 or more easily.
Okay, we got another super chat. So Starchy, you never know your luck there. We'll see how it goes. Look. The economy. Look, I'll be honest with you. I'm just because you have one BMW doesn't mean you have to keep buying them. I probably would get something a little bit cheaper a lot cheaper next time. It's a great. I'll enjoy it for a while, but yeah, it's one of those things there, Starchy.
Super chat.
Are you interested in buying, Starchy? Is Starchy interested in buying? Malik Diamond, $20. Archie 116622 platinum dial thoughts. This is a Yachtmaster. Bring it up.
Okay.
I love this watch. Actually, we're going to play
Why do you love it, Archie?
We're going to play
Don't
the song.
you think? Okay.
Baby cow going mad in a field. You make me feel so goddamn real. Baby cow going mad in a field, growing up to be somebody's meal. Baby cow, why don't you shake that ass, and I'll reward you with some blades of grass. Baby cow.
Baby cow. What a great song there. Now, let's have a look at this. What? Arch 116622 platinum dial thoughts. Now, he's actually, see, we got the wrong one here. This is a single one. He wants the double one. Sorry, Timely, to be picky.
But they both look the same anyway.
Double what?
116.
Oh,
six.
double one, six.
double
Okay.
six.
Yeah. Fussy people today.
Sorry, we're very fussy there.
Fussy fucking people today. You want the
sorry,
right watch?
boys. I've got to head off. I've got
Hey.
someone
Oh, no,
coming to
GMT.
clear my
Mr.
cons.
GMT,
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for
Take
coming,
care.
man.
My
Stay
pleasure, man.
sexy.
Thank you for having me. I
Stay
always love
sexy.
jumping on Arch. Take care.
Take
Have
care,
Great
Mr.
to see you.
for
Sexy.
your watches and stay sexy, boys.
Stay sexy,
Seriously,
man.
what's the fucking difference? Same shit.
Only the lugs are a little bit thicker on this one.
Are they?
Anyway,
Oh yeah.
It's a. I hope Sirocco is not watching. This is very ugly watch.
No, that's the Yachtmaster 2 that is the ugly one.
Okay.
The Yachtmaster 1 is gorgeous. I don't think anybody argues that point. And
I got it. I think these are beautiful watches. I've always liked the. Oh,
What's the
speaking
price?
of watchmasters, look who we've
Marky
got
Mark
here.
Goldberg.
Mark. Sorry, I'll let you press it. You press it. There we
Well,
go. Mark.
which of you-
Ladies and gentlemen.
Mark,
Which of you,
Introducing Mark Goldberg.
which of you wants to press my buttons? Where it was new watch today over here.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
push your
beautiful.
buttons.
At the
Okay, Tudor.
what'd you get?
The Tudor. I gotta say, they look crappy in pictures. They look-
Okay, Mark,
Oh, you got
your
a
background,
Royale.
because
Is
it's
it a
blurred,
Royale? Is
is...
it a Royale?
Hang on. Because your background's blurred, it's fucking with when you're putting the watch up, like it was blurring the watch for a second.
Yeah. Here, look. Here's what I gotta do. I gotta take
Take
it
it off.
off.
By the way,
Take it
Mark,
off, take it off.
your backgrounds are always very beautiful. Why do you blur it?
I gotta take
It's
it
a hard
off
life, but someone's got to do it. There we go.
the camera.
No,
There
it's
we go.
blurring the shit still. Look. have a look at the
Calm
screen.
down. I see it just fine.
Does
Relax.
the bezel turn?
No,
It's a poor man's
Oh.
day date.
it is a poor man's day date.
So how
that
much
is-
was this, Mark?
You know what? Honestly, here's the deal with this watch. First off, number one, I will tell you the price. But before I get to that, let me tell you that it is they look crappy online and they look much different in person. They just look better in the metal than they do in pictures or video, and I don't know why. like the bezel looks very cheap and nasty and vicious and vinyl when you look at pictures or video, but it's very nice in person. Don't know what's up with that. But first off, I got it super lightly used, 4.5 years left of factory warranty. I paid $1,725.
Wow, you got a smoking deal.
American.
Super chat, AD never calling $10. Goddamn, why is Mike the Snake so smelly? He smells like burning brain cells and Pantera. I can smell him from here.
That's so
For Christ's sake.
So okay. So it has a here's why it's so cheap, I think. It has a Salida movement in it, but it's regulated running at +3 per day, and it has an anti-magnetic Nivaflux mainspring, which means basically you could wear it in an MRI machine, you're fine. It is anti-magnetic. It just has shitty 38 hours of power reserve, but it's got 100 meters of water resistance. Very nice, very cheap and cheerful.
Give us one more wrist. There you go. Look at that.
When you mentioned that watch, as soon as you mentioned I got a Tudor, I thought you were going to pull out the white dial GMT.
Well, the buckle now, Mark. Roll it over, see the bottom, like the buckle.
Yeah, the clasp is the clasp is quite nice. It's not a butterfly clasp, but there's a ceramic ball bearing in this, and then in the other piece.
Yes, that's one of the cool things about Tudor's clasps is they have the little ceramic detent balls.
Yeah,
and that bracelet is tapers nicely. It's very sharp.
The taper, listen, the taper, Mike, you got a point. The taper is very dramatic, so it gives it kind of like a 70s flair. It's integrated. To me, it looks a little bit like actually an oyster quartz, a Rolex oyster quartz.
Much like an oyster quartz.
Yeah.
Mark, how does it feel wearing such high-end watches and then after that wearing this?
Well, what you have to understand is I'm not a snob. And so I enjoy wearing Seiko, and I enjoy wearing Mido, and I enjoy wearing Breitling. Now, if you are one of these people who needs if you need the untouchables to licking your ass at all times, then fine, then wear your Rolex. But remember, when you're wearing Rolex, there's somebody in a Breguet or in a Patek who thinks you're an idiot. Whatever you have in the way of watches, somebody has something better. And so this makes me happy. That's what I'll say. Makes me happy.
I have to say my Pelagos had the nicest feeling as bezel out of any watch I've ever had the opportunity to turn. The clicks were the most positive. It's only 60, not 120 like Rolex. And they were the most positive with the most zero backlash. And it was just exquisite. And
now, Mark, did you get a discount on that model? Did you get discount?
Well, I bought it lightly used at an offensive discount.
Oh, you bought it pre-owned.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you what retail is. Retail's right around $2,500 US, so it's still cheap. It's a cheap watch, but
relatively.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay. Listen, for the snobs among us, we consider anything under, $5,000-$10,000 to be cheap. For the normal human being, $2,500 is a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
But what I'll say is it doesn't feel like cancer on the wrist. It does not. It feels good.
And,
nice.
And
you got it at half price.
How much did you get it for, you said?
$1,725 USD.
That's not bad. Box papers, full set.
Yeah. Cheap and cheerful. Yeah, listen. Go ahead.
How old was it?
Like 6 months old. It's a baby.
Yeah. It's got 4.5 years left on the warranty.
It does. It's got all.
It's not even crawling yet. It's so fresh.
It's got most of its factory warranty. There's not a single hair on its ass. Unlike Listen, Saad, I understand where you're coming from. I do. I didn't mean to come down on you too hard. I completely get it because, I have some fairly expensive watches, but, I was at the watchmaker today. I had a screw stuck, so I went to the guy and paid him $20 to let him do it for me. And I said, how's things? He goes, you won't believe what came in here last week. A Breguet perpetual calendar tourbillon.
Wow. Fuck.
Now, and by the way, it was her husband's, and she wanted him to adjust it, and he didn't want to touch it, so he sent her to the boutique. But here's my point. My point is, whatever you're wearing, somebody else is wearing something that makes yours look like dog shit. So I feel like we just have to enjoy what we have. And
I mean, what I wanted to say is, how do you feel? Because wearing a Rolex or a high-end watch and then downgrading to something like this, because you're too much into finishing, the quality of the dial, bezel,
Actually,
space.
Sad, I actually had the Tudor. Let me just butt in if you don't mind for Marky. I had the Tudor Hydronaut, and I got to tell you, Sad, the finishing and the bracelet and everything,
very, very good.
it's actually fucking good. It's actually
Yeah.
surprising, so nicely done.
Listen, it's Rolexes. Let me explain real quick for those of you who don't fully know this. Rolex and Tudor are like first cousins in the United States, like in Kentucky, or in Australia, like Brisbane. They sleep together. Okay, it's kissing cousins, we call that. Now, it's not legal in too many countries, but they're pretty damn close. I got to be honest with you, they're fairly close.
Tudor has its act together, like when it comes to build and finish quality. Maybe not style wise on some of their models, but as far as fit and finish, I have not seen any that were substandard.
Where Rolex kicks ass compared to Tudor for sure is the movement. I mean, it's they have definitely higher end movement. This is just a Sellita movement, so it's nothing fancy about the movement, except for it's a top grade Sellita, and they've replaced the mainspring with a completely magnetic proof.
Mark, what about Omega versus Tudor? Which one is better?
Ooh, that's a great question. It depends on the model. So, for example, I feel like the Omega Seamaster, just as an example, is a better watch than this one because it's a much fancier movement, decorated display back, greater power reserve, tuned into greater accuracy, although this is running at +3, so it's very good. But Tudor's the Seamaster is better than this. Now, I did a video, Saad, comparing, years ago, I did a video comparing the Tudor Pelagos to the Omega Seamaster, and I feel like the Omega is flashier and fancier. The Omega is more of a tool watch, so it just depends on what your taste is.
Great, thanks. Super chat.
Super chat. Patel Philippe, $5.50. Roger H. Smith. Roger W. Smith Daniels anniversary watch versus Rolex GMT Master 2 Meteorite dial.
Oh, wow. What's the anniversary?
Roger Smith.
I'm bringing it up now.
This is Roger Smith's probably one of the greatest watchmakers to exist. The Daniels, obviously, he's no longer with us. He's a huge classic car fan. I don't know if you guys know that.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
These are worth a fortune.
Wow.
Man.
But you know what? For a pleb like me, imbecile,
Rolex. Rolex.
I'd go for the Meteorite dial. If I had a choice, they're both sitting on the table, and they said you can have either one. The only rule is you can't sell it.
Yeah.
You can't sell it. You got to wear it every week or every day or whatever. You set the rules. You know what?
You can go swimming. You can go swimming with that Rolex. You can do anything in that Rolex. You could go snorkeling, diving. You could wear it in the shower in Nana Plaza, the Nana Hotel. You could wear it anywhere. And if for whatever reason you have to sell it, it would be easy. Whereas this thing, it's a masterpiece, but nobody knows what it is.
And it's probably out of most people's price range.
How much is that? It's certainly more than that.
What about servicing these independent watches, independent companies when the company gets defunct? What do you do with it?
Depends on the movement. For example, ETA and Sellita movements are serviceable by like Joe average watch guy. But if it's an in-house movement,
I think this might be a little bit harder, Marky.
Yeah, that's right. I agree. And so here's what I would say. I really want to avoid very, very niche movements where, for exactly what Saad says, if they go under and often you can only have this guy do the service on your watch. So that could be a problem.
The newer Tudor and Breitling share a common new
they're swapping
in-house movement. that seems to be pretty good. I owned the Pelagos, which had that movement that is shared by Breitling as well. Found it to be highly accurate and had the 72 power reserve. It was everything it's all cracked up to be.
It's a super movement. The only bad thing that you could say about that particular movement, I think, is that it's freaking ugly. Now, mind you, you're not looking at it, which is a good thing.
Solid case back.
If you look at it, it looks exactly like an NH35, a Seiko. Ugly. But it's.
I got to be honest with you. Do you like that champagne, like the champagne center bits? I think they could have chosen a better color. I'm sorry. What do you think?
On this Daniels?
Yeah, I don't like the champagne. I don't know.
Boy.
It just doesn't work for me.
I can't even tell what time it is, to be honest.
It's got a flyback something on the top.
It's impressive.
No, that's just a power reserve. That's not a flyback. That's
flyback.
a power reserve.
Yeah, power. Okay.
It's a flyback power reserve. Okay, just split the difference.
Yeah. How's the loom?
Look,
I don't like the loom on that one.
Hey, Arch, I'll be back in a couple minutes.
No, I don't
You
know.
have to look up flyback.
I don't know if the colors work well on this. What do you think, Timely? Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta talk to Mark because Mark is our gay man here.
No, talk to your people.
Does the colors work, Marky? Yes or no?
Well, first of all, we are a team, and yes, the colors are classic. The problem that I have is all those circles. It looks a little bit like two balls, and at the bottom, this isn't my kind of watch.
This is a problem?
Well, for me, a little, yeah. I don't know. It does. Listen, I find this to be a little bit busy. Like it doesn't fully know what it wants to do. But there's a couple of Longes that do the exact same thing. So I don't know. I'm more of a robust sports watch guy. This is very dressy, but with a sports watch kind of round theme. I don't know. This particular watch doesn't work for me. But if you tell me it's $100,000, I will believe
you can use this as a sports watch.
Yeah, but it's yellow gold and it's on leather.
How much
it'll last 5 seconds, but you can use it as Archie. I've looked for a price on this thing. There is fucking no price to be found.
£142,000 I saw.
Wait, Archie, are you talking about your pre-diet weight or the price of this watch?
It's limited to 35 pieces.
I thought he was
40
talking
mil.
How many pieces?
35.
See, I don't want to own anything which is made, like a half a dozen of them. Nobody will know what it is. It'd be impossible to sell. This is a watch for a very, very rich man like Saad who doesn't need to worry about keeping his $5,000.
There's no price on this shit anywhere, Archie.
Yeah.
This is not for normal people.
And I've looked for a price. I've looked around. I can't find one.
I mean, do you like it? What do you think?
I like the shape of the case. I mean, I like
you like it, Timely? Do you like it?
I like the shape of the case. That's all I got.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even like the movement itself. I mean, it looks very. Look, the bridge plates just look like they've been made and engraved with the name and shit and nothing else. Yeah. Very simple. Yeah.
Super chat. Here we go. Super chat. Where have you been? Patel Philippe, $5.50 to visit the Queen. Super chat. Gerbil 4C Balancer Convex S2 versus Rolex Panda Daytona 116500 LN. That's the previous.
It's the old Panda, the previous Panda. PP, previous Panda.
You know what? The Gerbil 4C, they make expensive stuff.
It's the Balancier Convex Square.
Holy fuck.
Now, see, that I kind of like. I don't know what it is, but I like it.
I think they put it in a microwave.
It's like a rich man's bull over curve.
A little. Fair point. Wait, did you say they put it in a microwave?
Yes. Look, it's. I got to be honest with you. Me and Timely, I can tell Timely wants the Panda, don't you, Timely? Hey.
Well, who wouldn't?
No. I'll do what everyone says. Buy the expensive one, sell it, and then buy what you like. That's what the answer they want to hear. So fuck it.
But I mean, that's impressive. Like this is a watch that says I don't know. What does this watch say, Archie? What do you think? What does this watch say about its owner?
Well, this is so nobody even knows what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Like it's
right. So what does it say about its owner?
Okay, so have a look at the imagery here. So we've got yachts, electric cars, and golf courses. It's a Donald Trump watch. You know what?
I'm simple. I'm going the Daytona. Honestly, I don't want to know about this shit. 300 pieces, you know, or 88 pieces. Beautiful. Sorry, it's limited to. You're gonna fuck around with this if something happens. Nah.
How would you get it fixed? You'd be fucked.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't. How are you gonna fix it? Who's gonna fix it?
Yeah.
You got to go back to these guys and relock your house.
Timely, I'm sending it to you. Figure it out. Okay.
You have to send him two so he can look. He can pull one apart and look for one to know how to put it back together.
You can send it to me. I'll take photos as I strip it down, but whether I can put it back together.
Good trick.
Worst case, I send you a bag full of parts back and say thank you for your time.
That's what I do with dogs. Anyway, I feel like that looks like a really special piece, unlike the last one. But I'm not sure what time it is. And I think I would have to take the Panda because it's the known quantity. But listen, here's what happens when we get into these really bizarre, far out, hot horology in these really boutique brands. You wind up with horology that's 1,000 times better than anything Rolex. But I am not a horologist. I am a horologist. And I like to put my money into things where I think I'm going to get the girlfriend experience, the GFE, the BF boyfriend experience, you know? And I'm not going to get that from these brands that nobody knows. I'm only going to get it from the really well-known brand. That's just me.
All right, I'm a simpleton. Honest. I'm going Daytona in this case. Sorry.
Being honest.
This one's probably worth twice the Daytona's price, but honestly.
No, I'm aware of that, but.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Very. Now, I got to get another super chat, guys. I got 2 super chats banking up here. Chris Densler, not the Diggler, the Densler. $2. Tudor Black Bay GMT White or Grand Seiko SBGE 275 GMT. You know what? I actually fucking like this Grand Seiko. I'm going to have to go for the Grand Seiko. It's like, this is like a watch that you'd have in a cigarette commercial. You know, a cigarette commercial? It's minty, menthol. Minty, menthol.
Menthol fresh?
Yes. What do you think? This is a menthol cigarette type.
Well, look at you know what? I was going to say Tudor because I like Tudor and I already have a spring drive GMT. But when I zero in on this, guys, if you just kind of pinch and zoom and you just bring this up on your own home computer, you're going to see that this is a highly textured dial. It's really a 3D dial. It's quite special, whereas the Tudor dial is pretty flat. The Opaline is nice, but this is on another level. So I think I'm looking at Tudor. Although remember, spring drive, it's not quartz. It's not quartz, but it's
what would you go with? What would you go with there?
You know what? It might have to be this.
It's the bloody dial, isn't it? It's the dial.
It's the dial.
Yeah. Super chat.
Ed McGowie. He's been a fantastic supporter. And Ed McGowie, I love you. I took my shirt off. I take my shirt off to Ed McGowie. I made a mistake the other day, and
I saw that.
The punishment
was
meted out. Ed McGowie, 200 Thai baht. Would you rather watch a tree grow or a knee grow?
Okay, he's just tricked you into talking racial, but yes, but good on you, Ed. You got the pontiff yet again.
Thank you.
But you know what I think? What I think is the dial on that is excellent, and it's better than the dial on the Tudor. Also, the Tudor's got that.
You like the inner chapter ring? What the fuck is that? It's got.
Well, that's giving you a 24-hour scale, so you can track 3 time zones very easily with this watch.
So is the inner one adjustable?
No.
Or is that fixed?
It's fixed. The outer one is adjustable.
Yeah.
So you could actually track, if you wanted to, as many as 4 time zones with this. Local, the 24-hour inner chapter ring, the outer bezel, and then the GMT offset. So I mean, like, that's way too much math for me, but you could do 4 time zones on this one.
Okay. You could use this in a menthol commercial.
No, you know what? Mark just killed it for me. Too much maths. Fuck it off and get the tuner.
It's a lot of
Sorry.
math. You know what though? Like, look, you have a sapphire. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. I think you have a sapphire capped ceramic bezel there, which is pretty spectacular.
Yeah, it's nice, but now it's too much math. Now I'm going to be trying to fuck around with
Sapphire
these things and work
capped
out
ceramic bezel. Sapphire. So that's like those blank panes. They got that super polished, you know, that gooey sort of clear, isn't it?
I don't know. I really like, honestly, I was never a big fan of the Diet Pepsi, but the Diet Cream Soda, that's what I'm calling it. The Diet Cream Soda, the new one. Because it looks, you know what? Anyway, I do like that. I like it much, much better than the Diet Pepsi. Just that simple dial change made a huge difference. But this is a slightly.
By the way, Saad has gone. Do you know what time it's in Pakistan? It's 5:20 a.m.
I hope I didn't offend him. I was a little vigorous in my.
No. He loves you. He loves you. We like a bit of, you know, Saad is going through a bit of a hard time. His country is actually going through some very, very difficult economic times, and he likes to come on here just to.
Saad, we love you, Saad. Come back.
You smacked him around pretty hard, but then you went over him with a velvet glove as well. So,
well, you know what? You know what? Sometimes they like it if you choke them first.
Oh, here's a good super chat. Patel Philippe, $5.50. Gronfield 1941 Grunograph versus John Mayer Daytona.
Patel is on a roll.
Where the fuck did they come up with this shit, eh?
Speaking of Pakistanis, Patel is on some kind of weirdo this versus that roll.
Look, to me now, all these watches that he's saying, they all look the fucking same.
Well, that is not the same.
This looks like the other one that looks like the other one. They all got little bullshit subdials everywhere. You can't tell the fucking time on any of them.
Can I get this one on a bracelet, please? Because I don't like leather. But other than that, I could at least tell the time.
I'd have to go with the John Mayer. Sorry.
You know what? We're gonna go. Look, they're all happy.
They're happy.
The loop goes over your eye, but anyway. Let's have a look at this beast. So you zoom in, and it's not even. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say it's not even as big as a fucking.
Well, that's pretty spectacular. But can we at least put up a Patel Philippe against the Rolex? There might be some Rolexes that I would take over a Patek. In fact, a lot of them.
I like the finishing on this. Is
Kelsowitz
amazing.
has a good point. He says, "Look for Kelsowitz's comment there."
Yeah, Kelsowitz. Patek, you are asking the wrong. Patel Philippe, you're asking the wrong crowd. They don't get it. Gronfield is Bugatti. Rolex is the BMW. So
that's the difference is Keselowitz. When I get in a Bugatti and I push the start button, I can see the fucking speedo dial and understand what's on
it. As opposed to but I think what he's saying is that
Gronfield.
These are a step above and beyond, and the Rolex is very good, but it's more like a mass market thing. But
right.
That's what we like about it. We trust it.
Look at the swan necks on that bugger.
We trust it.
Look, I just changed view, Mikey. Wait a second, okay? And I'll go. You can check out your swan neck. Hang on.
Yeah, I love the blued hands. Wow.
Now for Mikey again, we were just there, but
it's got multiple. It's got one on the right-hand side and another one on the left-hand side.
Dude, the balance is here. It has a full balance bridge, no swan neck. What are you talking about?
Where's
the balance cock? Isn't a piece of metal in the watch shaped like this considered a swan neck something? I mean, or is a swan neck designated as an adjuster? Like,
I think I'm too tired to. Try and find that one out, Mikey.
AD never calling $10. Mike loved his Pelagos so much he dumped it with his piss in the face dog. Swears he'll get another one, but we hope he never gets the chance to inflict so much pain ever again. No piss dogs or Pelagos.
AD never calling has really got a thing out for me.
He does.
He loves you.
So mean.
Yeah. I do love my Pelagos, but it was the most. It was the most
Swan Neck
liquid.
is German. Swan Neck.
And he also says you're out of your league when you're talking about this, Mikey.
Well, yeah. That's why I posed it as a question.
We're not. Listen, some of us guys are just like Tudor, Omega, Rolex guys, and we're not ashamed. There's nothing wrong with.
No, I'm not. To me, that looked like it's got a 2 swan neck, whatever you want to call it, bars on the back of that movement.
This watch is a level beyond our experience, but we can learn. Yeah. We can live and learn.
They call it a chronograph instead of chronograph. It's a chronograph.
Right.
I mean, well, let's just say it's definitely no shitter. But
all that's going on right now, right, is you got a bunch of guys that are very into extremely high-end watches that know them, that are able to afford these things, that are asking us, which majority of the guys on the panel, or at least half the guys on the panel, there is no way we can don't worry about affording them. We don't even know them because they're so far outside of the realm of what we know, whether we're in a different stage of watch collecting or watch knowledge.
It's like giving a computer to a monkey.
Relevant to even ask the fucking question. Right? And then when we go to answer it based on what we can see or know,
this is like
people start carrying on and being fucking smartasses. So
this is like giving an arc welder to an orangutan.
Right? It's all a matter of perspective and where you stand in your.
We don't know what
journey, I guess.
Is this Gronfeld's version of a tourbillon as well on the right hand side?
No, that's just an open heart, I think.
Yeah, Mikey, it's just an open heart. There's no tourbillon there.
Well, I mean, tourbillons do spin usually at a minute interval, and if that arm spun as a second hand,
Mike, that's a standard balance, like a balance bridge, standard balance, no tourbillon.
Yeah, okay.
I'm showing you here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Moving along, Patel Philippe, you got more than your money's worth out of that one. You made us all look. You got us all fighting. Good one. And
let's bring up another extremely high-end piece that we can't read the time on. That was great.
Yes, that's exactly right. I like the strap on that. I like that snakeskin strap just out of a quick side.
Big Master. There's something we know. Okay.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
No, but we don't want to see that. We want to see this.
Thomas Burnett. Thomas Burnett, £2. Titanium Yachtmaster 42 sub 2.0 versus a submariner. This is actually a good question.
Thank God.
I think I'd have to go for the new titanium. I've never really been a big fan of titanium, but I'd like to have a relationship with it.
There we go. I'm with you. That's exactly right. You take the new kid on the block, which is going to be, when that thing hits the secondary market, it's going to hit for like 40 grand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
What would you go for? Timely, what would you go for?
I'm being simple today because I'm half asleep. I'm going sub. Fuck it, sub. Sub. Iconic, quintessential, robust, fucking sub. Call it a day. Walk away.
Already owning a sub, I would go for the Titanium Yachtmaster 42.
In the spirit of these questions, though, Mikey, it's whether or not Thomas Burnett has one, not whether you have one.
Oh, okay. Well, the other thing I like about the Yachtmaster is the bezel. The numbers are bossed. They're raised. They're not inset or flat like on a ceramic dial. They're raised, and that's really unique. There's no other Rolex that has that, and It's unique to the Yachtmaster, and I think that's super cool.
100% right. This is just calling up the Yachtmaster 42 now. $20,000. I mean, shit. This is Aussie dollars, so that's about that'd be about 14 US. 14 US there, guys. It's worth 14 US. What do you think?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. Just buy what you like.
Buy what you like. I think
everyone says buy what you like, but you have to buy this. Just buy what you fucking like to be done. Don't worry about what everyone else says.
As long as it's this watch.
Super chat. AD never calling.
AD never calling. $10. Sorry, Mike. I really do like you. If I didn't know anyone else in the world, we would be friends.
I like the next one.
And here we go. Patel Philippe, $5.50.
You.
Orient Bambino versus Seiko SKX 009.
Dan, I love you. You're the best.
Have you had much to do with Orient Bambinos? Tell me about the Bambino twins, would you?
They're cheap, nasty, vicious vinyl fuckers.
Who sells Orient Bambinos?
Orient, I think Seiko owned.
Yeah.
They're cheap model.
Cheap,
nasty, vicious vinyl fucker of a watch.
They do make a tourbillon, I believe.
Go the Seiko.
It's not a Seiko.
I tend to agree with you there.
Orient tourbillon. I'm going to call you out on this, Mikey. You know this, right?
Yes. Yeah, do it. I think Orient does make a tourbillon. Either that or Seagull.
Here we go. Let's have a look at this here. This titanium monster. I love the bezel, by the way. The bezel.
Yes.
It's titanium doesn't have a glossy finish. It's more of a matte finish. And I think it's sexy. The problem is, do you think they're going to bring out a titanium Submariner to compete against it? That's the question. That's the only thing.
You're fucking joking.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will. Honestly.
You okay, Timely?
My guess would be no.
No, I'm okay. I'm like, you're fucking joking me. Orient Star fucking... Yeah, they have a tourbillon.
They do have Orient has a tourbillon?
Yeah, I told you.
I'll bring up a picture in a sec when I can find a decent one.
It's cheap too.
Yeah, it's Orient, right?
Yeah, of course.
Cheap as fuck. Where's the shit?
Didn't mean to stop the show.
It's a shit picture.
Yep.
But they have fucking tourbillon.
Orient Bambinos. Hey, how's that?
They actually have one.
Here we go. I'm just bringing it up now for you guys.
I got it there.
This is the Orient Bambino. Look at that. Holy shit. That's it? That's the Orient Bambino?
It's not bad looking.
It's not fucking great looking. Dan's interested in the Orient Bambino.
Keselowitz is correcting me on the swan neck. It's a fine adjustment used to adjust the rate of the watch by means of an adjustment screw on the swan neck spring. I was just noting that that other movement looked like it had another, component that was swan neck shaped, and I didn't know whether, any component that kind of was swan neck shaped.
We're not allowed to use the term swan neck for anything other than on a balance from now on, okay? And it has to be German.
Okay.
Don't do it again. Just don't do it again.
All right. I won't do it.
You're upsetting people. Just don't do it again. Okay. Patrick Philippe Dufault. $10.
Philippe Dufour, Patrick Philippe Dufour, $10. Mike the Snake, the AD never calling us, so he's a real jerk. Don't take that shit from him. Tell him to go fuck himself. I'm sick of this. Don't back down. Get him, Mikey. Get him, Mike.
No, I'm here for the corrections and the jokes.
And Thomas Broadbent says I should call Tim Moss. I don't have his phone number. I don't have the star's phone number. What makes you think I have his phone number? I don't have his phone number.
Gesundheit.
Oh, well, thank you. I forgot
Marky,
to hit
Mr. Goldberg. Mr. Goldberg. Mr. Goldberg?
He's gone. Oh, no, he's still there?
Who's on it? He might be taking a call. That's okay. That's okay. Timely, what plans have you got for this weekend? Give me your plans.
When I can stop
Going to the
sneezing.
holiday house, yes.
Yeah, just going down there, hang out at the beach if it's not too cold.
Yeah.
Hang on. Sorry, fucking sneezing fit.
It's
Just
okay.
relax, just enjoy. Hang out at the holiday house by the water and just fucking relax and do nothing,
That's
honestly.
fantastic.
Nice.
Have a barbecue. Might get a nice bottle of scotch while I'm down there.
Speaking of
Just
nice
relax.
bottle of scotch, I had a very good friend, Richard Prophet. You know Richard Prophet? Richard Prophet sent me a beautiful. You want to see this bottle of scotch he sent for me? Da 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 da. Full screen. Da 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 da.
Oh shit! Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow, look at the
Very
packaging.
special. Very good.
Very special.
He's a really nice guy. This is really amazing. I haven't got the courage to open it just yet, but it's a beautiful scotch.
You're a very lucky man. I'm gonna have to just slum it with a 21-year-old Fiddick.
You know, I love single malt aged. They're amazing, but I also love. I've actually been enjoying some Glenfiddich 12. That's beautiful. And Powie! Ah!
Archie! Tickle his balls, Archie!
Hey, that's Powie. Thank you so much, Powie, for coming on the stream. What a very cool guy. He's a great guy. We love the Powie. In fact, you know what, Timely? I'm going to have a bit of a drink with you now just to celebrate Mikey and
All right,
Mark.
give me a sec. Let me go get some scotch here. I'll have a drink with you. One sec.
Yeah. I'll give this glass a bit of a clean before. So, Mikey. Well, Mikey's on the phone. I'll go and get a glass. I'll go and get what do I want to drink today? I'm
here
to celebrate my good friend Tan. I'm gonna have some hibiki.
Hibiki. All right.
Hibiki. I'm gonna have some.
All right. I'm gonna have. Where's
That's
this
what I'll
fucking thing? Hang on.
My good friend Timely. Ooh, Macallan 12. I'm going to have some hibiki, okay? Let's have a drink. You know what? We need a drink. We're doing really well. The show's doing great. We love all you people. It's Good Friday. I don't know how many religious sins I'm breaking.
There we go.
That's a nice scotch, is it? It's not too much, but it's also enough to be to have a nice feeling. What do you think, hey?
Yeah.
Tan got me this bottle. Oh, nice glass. I love the glass.
I'll tip some water to that one.
Cheers.
Cheers, Quiz.
Cheers. Cheers. Normally you're the one
One
drinking.
Negroni in.
One Negroni in.
It's not 10 a.m. It's 10:39. Come on. It's Scotch time. Thank you,
Hey,
Jimmy.
listen, it's 5 o'clock.
You know
somewhere.
that's my favorite line. You know Negroni. When I was watching The Sopranos, he goes to the toy shop, and he goes, you know, because he's looking at this train, right? It was a Line Now O-gauge train. He goes, you know, back in the 50s, they'd be sitting in the dining car drinking Negronis. Negronis. And that's
You know, it took me all this time to discover my drink, but I finally did. So
Negroni is your drink.
Is it the mojito?
it is not. I mean, I like a mojito. Don't get me wrong. I like a nice mojito if it's muddled right in front of you. But most places aren't going to have that. But the Negroni, it's only three ingredients.
Peppery cigar is good with a mojito.
I'm a gin and tonic kind of guy when I drink.
I would always get a gin and tonic because I just didn't know what else. Because I like gin, so I would get a gin and tonic. But the Negroni is a step up from the G&T, so you should try it. Give it a try.
I might have to if I start drinking.
I haven't Sirocco sales. I haven't had breakfast yet, and Archie's on the Scotch.
This show
Breakfast
might
for
drive me
champions.
back to drinking, so we'll see.
That's okay. We're just having a drink because my good friend.
Super chat.
Here we go. Madman, $10. Cheers, gents. Can't let the pontiff drink without a super chat. Madman.
Hello there, Chin Chin.
I've got a proposition for you, Archie. I don't know if you know this about yourself, but every time there's a super chat, you say you say something on every one of them that you say. What do you say every time there's a super chat?
I had no idea. Tell me, Marky.
I know you don't know. It's unconscious. Every time there's a super chat, you repeat the same phrase. What is it?
No idea.
Guys, if you know if
super chat.
Says, here we go.
Here we go. So
Here we go.
I would like it if you just tried for the next like 3 or 4 super chats to not say "here we go," to just see if you can do it. I think it's going to hurt. It's got to hurt, fuckers. I think it's going to hurt. Try to say something else. Come up with a new catchphrase. Not "here we go."
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's like me trying to not say
But of course, guys, in order to check the new Archie not "here we go" system, we're going to need some super chats to see what his new catchphrase is and to see if you can
test him. What you do when you super chat him something he has to think about, so it takes his mind off doing it, and it'll fuck him up. Watch.
Well, he has to think about everything. Let's be fair, Timely. Oxley State.
Super chat. Where have you been?
Super chat, Madman. Here we go, Madman.
Hey,
Gents can't let
here we go. You fucked it up again.
Without a super
You
chat.
just said it. I don't think he can do it.
You know what you do just to make sure he says it? You put it in the super chat so he has to read it.
Scotch egg would go down
Madman,
well.
$5.
Here we go, $5. Madman.
Oh well, I knew he couldn't do it. I knew you couldn't do it. Super
Thank
chat.
you so much. AD never calling $10. Here we go, Arch. Please say hello to Kevin Richards and tell him how special I am. Who's Kevin Richards?
Just say hello, Kevin Richards,
Hi, Kev.
and tell him how special he is.
You are so special, man.
No, not tell Kevin. Tell Kevin how special AD never calling is. Patrick.
AD never calling is the greatest. The greatest. The winner chicken dinner.
He's not Muhammad Ali. He's
Here
just
we
good.
go. Loose tooth, $2.
You said it.
It's expensive.
You're trying to undo like 20 years of YouTube, right? He said, "Here we go every time." That's never gonna happen.
You gotta love the marquee.
Right? Yes, you do. What did I do? What have I done now?
I haven't had a drink in ages. I haven't had a scotch in ages. You know, I'll be honest with you. I haven't had one in ages.
Is it going down?
They say it takes 21 days to break a habit.
21 days. That's all.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
For those of you who are thinking about quitting smoking, I smoked for 25 years and then quit. And the reality is nicotine is out of your system in 3 days, and after that, it's just habits.
Listen,
Yeah, well, that's the
I have
21
more.
days part. It's just
Mikey.
21 days to
What
change
brand
your...
of cigarettes did you smoke there,
Oh,
Mr.
God,
Goldberg?
I smoked every brand. Let's see. I smoked True Blue. I smoked Parliament. I smoked Marlboro Lights. I smoked probably 3 or 4 others that I'm not even.
Notice how he asked the question, but then fucks off without.
Super chat.
It's just filler.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, the 21 days part is all about changing your behavior after you've stopped. You know, the withdrawal part lasts maybe 3 days, but there's the rest of it, the hand to mouth thing that you form over the years and all of that. If you replace it with something else or just stop, I've
Sorry
heard
about that.
it
There, I
takes
heard that
21 days.
Marky was into Parliament. Used to smoke Marlboro Lights. Parliament. What was your favorite
Blue,
brand? What was
Camel
you?
Lights. Camel Light. Do any of you remember the Camels that had? Okay, the filter had a little bead in it, and
The soft pack. Remember the soft pack?
the
I
soft
remember.
pack, hard pack. I was more of a hard pack guy.
Remember
but
they had
yeah.
the cork filter? The cork filter?
No, we didn't have that in this country. But
No.
I will tell you, we had a brand of Camel that had a little bead in the filter, and if you squished it, it became a menthol cigarette. And if you
Yeah, I
didn't,
got that here.
it was just regular.
Never had those in the U.S.
That was kind of fun. So that
You
pack
just
had,
said you had them in the US.
yeah, we did.
You know,
See?
the funny thing is,
Oh,
I
right.
actually
never saw one. Smoked
when
for
I
years.
started,
Super
here we
chat.
go. We got Kelsowitz.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, what's better?
He said it.
Hibaki versus Monkey Shoulder. Look, the Hibakis are much smoother, a lot more
Hibiki.
expensive.
The
The
Hibiki,
Hibiki, look, yeah, but I actually don't mind Monkey Shoulder. I got to be totally honest with you. I actually quite like it. But the
Camel
Hibiki
Crush.
is a layer above. Marky, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
You used to smoke. I used to smoke. I love smoking Cartier. We had Cartiers. This is how long ago.
No, we didn't have Cartier, but we did have.
We had
Dunhill.
Yves Saint Laurent.
No, but we had Dunhill. Did you have Dunhill?
Yes. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
See, that was actually my go-to. I was a Dunhill blue man, and
No,
we
they had Dunhill. We had Dunhill like rainbow, like everyone was a different color.
Oh, we had International.
Mm.
The International had the separate 10 cigarettes in either side, twin pack, to keep the freshness in.
You know, they're all designed. I'm joking. They're all designed to kill you. I had to take drugs to get off of cigarettes.
Oh,
And the
you had
drug-
to.
Yeah, I took Chantix, it's a very miserable drug, but it really does. It works. But you're likely to kill yourself or have delusions while you're on.
Yeah, I heard all of
Super
the,
chat.
like the TV commercials
Super
said may cause depression. Had a lot of
Super chat. Sirocco
Here we go.
sales $2. Kevin, send money now. Here we go.
There we go. Yeah, Mikey.
You know what?
It's not a nice drug. It gives you all kinds of crazy dreams, and it was very bad.
Yeah.
What sort of dreams did you
I
have?
looked into it.
You're
And
dreaming about
Yeah.
Archie.
You have to be very mentally stable to take that drug. Otherwise, you're likely to do terrible things.
exactly.
Are you joking?
Yeah, I looked into it, and it was just like after reading all the drawbacks and researching it, I was like, "There's no
Listen,
way in hell."
I was Mikey. I was afraid of it, and so my doctor prescribed it. And a year later, she goes, "You never filled the prescription." And I said, "I'm afraid." She goes, "Just fill the prescription, and then I'll hold your hand while we do this together." And she did, and it
So
worked.
what
out.
age did you stop smoking, Marky?
Yeah, with Chantix. Yes, I did.
What age? 50?
This is no, probably older, probably like 52, 53.
Oh, fuck. So you stopped smoking later on.
I did. I smoked for a freaking long time. I used to pick up cigarette butts that people threw down when I was like 12.
Oh shit!
I can't believe I never imagined you as a smoker. You're one person I never thought would.
I was a relatively heavy smoker. I smoked a pack and a half a day for years. And for most of that time, I kind of hated it. But, they say that.
Did you smoke in your car?
Oh, Christ. I not only smoked in my car, I burnt like half my cars. You know what? My first nice car was a Buick Regal. It was like 1981.
Sorry, stop. Stop! 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 Stop!
What
Buick
happened?
Regal
Yeah,
1989. Ah, what color? What color? What color?
Okay, it was gold.
What the fuck are we looking at? What's this?
Okay,
Oh,
this is a
there it
Buick
is. There it is.
two-door.
There it is. There it is.
Here we go.
That's
Buick.
one of the terrible front wheel drive ones.
Now, just
And-
stop for a minute. Now, you know the funny thing is, you know who actually founded Buick? You know who was in charge of Buick?
Mr.
Mr.
Buick.
Buick?
Mr. Chrysler. Walter
Of
Chrysler.
course.
Walter Chrysler was the guy who made Buick successful. He left General Motors, and then that's when
And-
okay. So,
Listen, that was my cart. Show me the front of it.
Was this the car that ended Buick, though?
Oh, hold on. What year?
no. Buick.
What
ended
year is this? Yeah, I think that was
89.
No. 82.
Oh, 82. Fuck, Marky.
Fuck, is this taxi?
Fuck.
There we go. That's
Okay.
pretty class, yeah.
In 82, it had a different front end. It kind of had a curved.
Is this,
Oh,
is
no,
this
that-
El
that's-
Chico?
that-
El
that's
Chico,
actually
why you
styling.
look at my car?
That's
This is-
styling.
Now,
That's rear wheel
here's the-
drive. That's
here's-
That needs-
actually a,
That needs airbag suspension, that one.
Here's
that's
the
a cool
point.
car.
Okay.
That's
Marky,
actually
please. Is this the car you had? 4-door or
Yes,
2-door?
yes. Calm down, people. But here's the terrible thing.
4-door or 2-door?
It was a 4-door, and the
Oh.
interior. Listen to me. The interior was blue velour. It was
velour.
shit.
Oh, the worst for smokers.
And when
Blue
you
and
would
brown.
when you would smoke in there, you'd open the window.
There we
to
go. We
fuck-
got it up. We got it up.
It's like
Yeah,
Cheech,
there it
Cheech and
is.
fucking Chong driving along when you open the window, eh?
And what would
One
happen is
cigarette ash.
you'd flick an ash out, but if it blew back in and if it hit the velour, it like spread and it made like a big spot, like the size of like a 50-cent piece or a plum.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah,
that
it was
car was
terrible.
just- now, here's another fun fact about me and that 1982.
Because you know the Buick. Was this a Buick you got from your grandfather? He was a huge Buick man.
This is worse yet. It was a company car. Look, you see that picture on the far left-hand side, the second one down?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bring that up.
Brown.
That was my
Yeah.
car, man. That was my exact car.
What sort of job did you have then, Marky?
I was a on-the-road sales representative, and I drove that car.
Fucking bad one. Look what they gave
For
you.
who were you a rep for?
Okay, well, hold on. Before we go to that, that was my company car. I bought it with their money, but I went and bought it. Okay, you got to understand, guys. I was raised kind of sort of fatherless, and my mom.
Your
didn't
dad
like
had
me.
the Mercedes.
Yeah, true, but that was like later. I was like this. Let me just say, I was raised by wolves, so I didn't know about cars. Plus, I'm gay, so I totally didn't know about cars. Plus, I'm Jewish, and I don't know if you know this, but
So
like,
you really didn't know about cars then.
exactly. Like, listen,
Yeah.
when you straight Presbyterian men open the hood of a car, you look right into the heart of the internal combustion engine, and you can fucking see the pistons working and you know what's happening in there. I open the hood of a car and fucking snakes leap out at me and tarantulas. Like I have no idea what's going on in there.
Did you have wheels like this one here, white rim
Yes.
tires?
Yes.
Oh
Was
shit!
it
White
two-tone
walls.
like this
But
one here?
wait. I'm getting to
Two-tone
the
or
best-
solid gold?
Getting to the best part of the story. When I brought the car in for its 50,000 mile checkup,
Yes.
the guy looked at me and he goes, "Couldn't you have at least changed the fucking oil?" Because I didn't know about oil changes. And it went,
Oh shit!
it went,
Oh, you're joking. What?
it went 50,000 miles without an engine and it never seized. It really
But
didn't.
you didn't service it?
I didn't know. I didn't. I didn't
What?
know. I never changed the oil. And that was back in the days of the 3,000 mile oil change. There was no synthetic oil. It was just oil.
Oh my God, Marky. What?
So I drove that car 50,000 miles.
I'm disappointed in you.
Well, I know better now. Now I'm on my shit. But
Nah,
that-
look at that. Look at that car, Archie. Who gives a fuck, honestly, if it sees them?
and it had blue velour interior, which was like burnt to a crisp. It
What did your
smelled
wife
like
think of this? You were married then, weren't you?
no, I was single. It smelled like cigarettes. that
You would have
car.
been doing society a favor taking
I was
one of
like-
these things out of fucking circulation, honestly.
I did do. I was, I think, like 23 years old, and I had that car.
Mark,
Trust the
when
woman.
you tried to quit cigarettes, did you ever try the gum or the
Hey,
patches?
listen, I quit for a year on hypnosis. I quit for a different year on gum. I quit for a different year on patches. The only thing that allowed me to quit, like really, really quit, was Chantix. And the reason is that was such a horrible quit that I resolved I'm never going to take Chantix again. I can't go back. So I just stayed quit that time.
Have you smoked any cigarettes since then or never?
Not a single one. And here's why.
Yeah.
Every time I quit for a year, which I quit multiple times for a year on different methods, including Wellbutrin once, eventually I would find a cigarette someplace and go, what the fuck? You know, and I would smoke it. And then the next thing you know, I'm buying cartons 2 weeks later.
Anthony Napoli, $5. My Speedy Apollo 11 is trading at 20,000 Aussie. Should I trade out for a root beer? I find the Speedy delicate, but the finishing is magnificent. You know what? Get the fuck rid of it. Get out of it now. Get out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
And I just want to read one comment here. RPM, Archie refuses to drive Commodores and Falcons because working class people own them, but thinks 1980s Buicks are lucky. In Australia, they were. Buick! Let me fucking tell you this now. Buick was not for the normal person. It was not a Chevy. A Buick was below Cadillac, but it was better than Chevy. This was for somebody who's winner chicken dinner. Let me give you a few examples. Your Mark's grandfather, he was a black Buick man. Black Buicks. He always drove the Buicks. Never had the Cadillac. The Buick.
That would have been a little. The Cadillac would have been too flashy for him.
Too flashy. Buicks were not cheap. They were not. This was a new car when you had it, Marky. Rodent 3. We're attracting Rodent. Hello, Rodent. How are you?
Hey, Arch. How's it going?
Have you ever driven a Buick? See,
Archie,
you know, just between you and me, Marky, a Mercedes-Benz C-Class is a modern day Buick.
Actually.
You know this?
Hey, mate.
Well, you know, Rodent number 3 drives one.
It is.
You know, Jen, are you calling from the bathroom?
Buick
It kind
or
of
a
Jen
Back in the-
Tingler,
back in the
Tingler,
day-
Tingler,
No,
get out of his Apollo 11. Get out of the Apollo 11. It's $25,000. Get out of it. Yes, get your ass out
Remember,
of it now.
you have to buy a Chrysler.
Get out.
See, in my country, Chrysler. Fuck, that's actually not bad. What's that fucking black one there? The twin top. What the fuck is that? What the
You're
fuck
fucking
is that?
driving, eh?
Yeah, those are called T-tops. And the T-tops, basically you could just kind of unclip both sides of the roof, throw them in the trunk, and it was kind of like having a convertible.
I think that might have been a model
But then,
called a Regal.
where do you put your luggage?
Cordova.
That shit in the
Cordova.
boot?
You put them in the boot as well. But anyway, those are called T-tops here in this country. I don't think we've seen T-top cars since the 80s.
Garbage.
You know, Rancher had a T-top, don't you?
Probably still does.
Oh, that was a Chrysler. Just move up there. That was the one on Fantasy
All
Island. That
Chryslers,
was
that's
a
all he would
Chrysler.
do.
That's what he drove. That was a Chrysler there.
Ricardo would fucking advertise for Chrysler. That's all he'd do. That's why I brought it up.
You know,
I thought that-
Rodent number 3 threw me out of his Mercedes the other day in order to leave me at the restaurant so he could run over to IKEA.
Do you allow smoking in your Mercedes, Rodent 3?
Vomiting only. No.
Yeah, no, I quit smoking, so no.
I should have puked in your car, is what I should have done.
Quit smoking, but
No.
took up vomiting.
You know, it.
Would you have thrown me out for puking, or would you have called me
You
an
know,
Uber? What would you have done?
It comes with a
Spilled
shopping
milk.
basket, which is one of my
Spilled
most
milk or
used
something.
features.
Mm.
You know, back in
by
the
the way-
day,
by the way, Arch, I'm,
Buick made the.
drinking the Australian beer.
Coopers.
Oh, nice.
Coopers.
Yeah.
Coopers.
South
Pale
Australian.
Ale. We got Anthony Napoli. Anthony Napoli.
we go.
$2. Give me reason Speedy could be better investment.
Here we
Get
go.
rid of it, Anthony. Sell the fucking thing. Get the root beer. The root beer is going to make you happy.
There
It's
is
going to
no-
turn your wife into a vixen. Get it. Get it. Get it. Your whole life circumstance. Oh, shit. I pulled my plug out. Hello? Hello? Hello?
We
Hello?
hear
Hello?
you. We hear you.
It's going to
Dear
turn
God,
your
we
wife
hear
into a
you.
vixen. Sell
Actually,
the
I wish you
fucking
would pull his plug
Amiga.
out.
Get the root beer, and you will be in heaven. Believe you me. Believe me, I can tell you this now.
Super chat.
Super chat. Pavel,
we
just
go.
very quickly, I want to read this. I don't have one yet, Jimmy, but I've driven a few. Peak BMW sedan, in my opinion. There we go. I don't know what he's talking about. What's he talking about?
The M5.
Oh,
The
M5 is amazing.
Pretty fucking big now. I mean, the new M3 is almost like the old M5.
Actually, you know something, Rodin? You know, my G20 BMW 3 Series is bigger than a early 2000s 5 Series.
Yes, yeah, exactly. E39.
The only cool fucking T-top ever made, honestly. Everything else,
Yep.
fuck it off, really.
The Trans Am.
Is the Trans Am related to the Grand National?
Yes. The General Motors product.
It's not related. It's not related, but the Trans Am was made famous by the movie Smokey and the Bandit, and it also had the big.
You grab that, Mikey. It's your call. Talent 2000. Can I help you? Yes, sir. We can.
I'd like to put myself down on the list for talent. Come on, man. This is the only fucking cool T-top car that you guys ever made.
Yeah, I got to tell
Let's
you.
be honest.
You know, us Aussies, we loved American cars. You understand this? We always looked up to you guys as they were luxury because we had Holden. We always thought Cadillac, General Motors. Man, we were so envious of you Americans. And Marky said he had a Buick. I know Mark Goldberg's motoring history. His first car was a Ford Galaxy, the Woody wagon.
Close.
Wagon. You had the wagon. The Ford wagon.
Ford,
yeah, I remember those.
Ford Country Squire sedan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shit. So
he had that.
You would push the front strut down, and the whole car would just keep waving.
It was 1965, and it had a carburetor. And more often than not, you had to take the air filter cover off. And if you flooded it, which was easy to do, you'd have to take off the cover, exposing the butterfly valve of the carburetor, and jam a pencil or like a screwdriver or something in there to open it up so you could start the fucking thing. Then you would have this like flame come up as though it were a volcano, and then you have to go back around, pull out your pencil, close it all back up, and then you could go driving on your way.
You know about cars, Mikey. Mark, don't put yourself down. You know your shit. You know how to get them going.
Let me just say, those were terrible days.
Sounds like it was made by Alfa Romeo, to be honest, if you had to put a pencil in the fucking thing to get it going.
You kids who grew up with fuel injection and the internet are very lucky. Let's just
listen. I grew up
I'll be right back.
with carburetor and choke and all that shit. Don't let the.
You're an old fart. Then you're an old fart.
I'm an old fart. I'm the last of the one. You go to a kid now and you say, just pull the choke out when you start the car. They won't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Hey, stop. You're getting me a little excited there, Timely.
Pull the choke, choke it, yeah. Look at Rodin's face right now. He's like, choke what? No?
I got it.
No, I'm a pilot, so I learned to fly on planes.
Susie Air!
So,
I want to go and work for Susie Air.
Who?
Susie Air.
No, you don't. I don't think you can. Archie, I don't think you could. You would survive a week under Susie. Or I think
actually, Archie, you were banned. Archie was banned from Knock Air.
Big Susie.
Were you banned from Thai Air or was it Knock Air?
They fly caravans. You know that? They fly caravans.
Oh, they're easy then. Little Cessna fucking things. That's nothing. Don't
Archie, what Thailand airline were you banned from? Was it Knock Air or Thai Air?
Thai Airways, but let's
you were banned, right? Yeah.
Sort
of.
Look, I got to tell you something seriously, guys. You know what? Susie Air is one of the greatest. That's a Bush pilots. I got to tell you, that's actually the pilots from Susie Air. Susie Air gets a bad rap. They're actually not a bad airline, okay?
Are they like Ryanair in Australia?
No,
that's Irish.
Ryanair is very discount.
They fly. Susie Air flies a bunch of like prop planes, like Pilatus planes and some others. to remote, well, both like regional service around the Indonesian archipelago and also out to like mountainous villages where like literally the people are like wearing loincloths and stuff and sometimes attack foreigners. And they are
So
the
there's a
ones
risk
who are
that they'll eat
bringing
you.
the medical supply. Politicians want to go and shake hands. It's no, I think they literally visit like places where there's rumored to be cannibalism and stuff. So it's pretty wild.
Yeah, I told you that.
Tell me this: you got a job with an Australian airline at one stage, didn't you, Jin?
Not one of the big scheduled ones, but yeah. And I didn't actually see any flight time because
I can fly those caravans. I've got Flight Simulator. I've done it before. It's not that hard, really. I could get a job there.
Well,
surely.
it's a Cessna product, so it's so safe and so robust.
Easy.
And, yeah, they'll be fine.
It's like flying a kite.
Cessna.
Should be right. There's an airline, an Australian airline.
Cessna does make good stuff, don't they? Cessna makes good stuff, don't they?
Oh, they make the best. They have a bad reputation among like the general public because people think they always see in the news, oh, Cessna crash. That's because they make like 5-6 times as many planes as all the other.
The reason they have a bad reputation with the general public is because they look like something that should be hanging out of a skip bin.
How about the Piper Cub? I want a Piper Cub.
Well,
that's even smaller.
But,
how about a Dr. Killer? A friend of mine bought the Dr. Killer.
The Bonanza?
I don't know. It's called the Dr. Killer, whatever that is.
There's a plane called the Beechcraft Bonanza, the V-tail version, which is an absolutely gorgeous high-performance single.
Is it twin engine?
No, it's single engine. The double engine is the Baron.
Cessna Citations. That's right. That's a business jet. Have you?
The Baron is the one that the retired rich doctor will buy. The Bonanza is the one that the working age doctor might buy. But yeah, it's known as Dr. Killer because you someone who just flies recreationally. They will go up, not enough practice, presumably a big ego as well,
and then they come down really fast.
Yeah.
Tell me this: what stopped you pursuing a aviation career, Jim? Do you regret that?
No. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I think it would have been fun, but it's one. It takes a long time to make like real money, and also, there's so many ups and downs. People are always getting hired and then laid off. So I happen to be in a position where I was laid off, and I was like, do I really want to?
Actually, here's a very good comment here. This is from Loose Tooth. Countdown to Ken from Mercedes Source. He is the guy from Revenge of the Nerds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he actually became a pilot in Papua New Guinea. He was a fucking bush. This guy is a legend. I mean, I kid you not. This was Gilbert. This is Gilbert. Gilbert from Revenge of the Nerds became a bush pilot, and now he's got his own Mercedes Source. He's a fucking. The guy is a legend. The absolute legend.
He said bush.
Not
Did you
just
ever want to be a pilot, Marky?
Above the bush.
No, I'm afraid of heights. Bullshit. I like to fly, but no, thank you.
Yeah. So, Marky, you had the Ford wagon, then you had the Buick.
Well, actually, that Buick was my second Buick. I had a. What was my other Buick? Hold on.
Did your grandfather ever give you one of his Buicks?
No, my grandfather died when I was 9, so he didn't give me a car.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I know. It was sad.
That's really sad.
I know. My other grandfather lived until I was, well into
but he didn't have any money, Mark. There's no point mentioning.
Yeah, no, he had.
I'm teasing you, Marky. I'm teasing you.
He did have less than my live grandfather had a bit less money than my dead grandfather, but I loved them both. They were wonderful people. I've had 2 Buicks. I had a Ford, then a Rabbit.
You're not doing well.
You had a Rabbit?
I did. Well, my mom had the Rabbit, but I drove it a lot. Yeah, I learned to drive a stick on the Rabbit.
Yeah,
I had a GTI.
Yeah,
you had a GTI. What year did you GTI did you have?
2010.
Fuck, you had a GTI.
What
You
color
were
was it?
joking.
What color? Red? For good luck?
Yes, it was
Holy
red. Yeah.
See?
Red. This is your GTI?
Yeah.
You had
No, actually,
manual?
mine was an 09 Mark V manual. Yes. With the 2-liter turbo.
They're nice
Looks like
cars.
the same car, man.
Stick
fun.
or what was it?
Yeah,
Stick
of
or
course,
auto?
Of course it was stick. I wouldn't buy a auto GTI. They still make the GTI in stick, and every time I buy a car, I think the GTI is always on the list. I didn't buy it just because the controls are all like touchscreen now, which I hate. So it didn't qualify, but they're always such great cars. I mean, they
Super chat.
practical.
Super chat.
Sirocco sales $2 extended Good Friday show today, Arch. You betcha. Get your ass on and we will extend all day.
Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Mark. Go ahead.
Oh, I had nothing to say, Jen. I'm keep
I know,
going.
Right? No, then you haven't. So you started off with old man cars with a wood panel, with a Woody.
Well, I
and then
did.
You had a Buick,
Yeah.
and then now you've kind of gone full circle and gone to the actual old man
It's
cars
true.
again.
This wood car that you're talking about, I'm picturing something where your feet do the running underneath it, like Fred Flintstone or some shit.
Well, listen, my stepfather gave me that Ford Country Squire sedan station wagon, and I remember, I think I was like 16 when I took the entire bowling league to bowling one day, and I think I literally had 14 kids in that car. It was it was bench seats front, bench seats back, and then in the way back it had these 2 seats that would open. It had like rumble seats. So
wow,
I literally took 14 kids in that vehicle. But the terrible thing about that car was, aside from the fact that it broke down a whole lot, is gas was 32 cents a gallon, which was a good thing, because when you started the car and you started moving, you could watch the gas gauge. You could actually see the speedometer moving one way and the gas gauge moving the other way, and you could watch it.
Was it a V8?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
You know what they say, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Exactly.
Hey,
and you could just see it happen.
Jin Tingler, what BMW did you, after the GTI, what did you get after that?
I don't remember. So I literally don't remember. I had an E46 and I had a E90 as well.
You had an E46?
Yes, E46.
What model?
My first car, an E46 330i. I don't remember the year. It was gray.
Okay, here we go. This is bringing back memories. And what E90 did you have? What model E90?
I think it was the 325.
325i E90. You had an E90. Fuck. They were a great car. I love the you know.
No, it's the Bengal butt car, which I hated at the time, but they've actually aged quite nicely.
The E90 has, and actually, you had an E46 timely, didn't you, or E90?
90.
You had an E90. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You had the 320. That wasn't a good engine.
Yeah, shit motor.
The 6-cylinder one was much better, but
Yeah.
The E46, I think, is just the perfect car. It looked the best. It drove great, and it just, but the plastic water pump, it's a plastic water pump, and there's no getting around that. And it blew up twice, and it's not cheap to.
The E46, you had a 330i E46. What year was your E46?
I don't remember, to be honest.
And what happened to
like
that E46?
I had to get rid of it because it blew up twice.
How?
So not such a great car then.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
I went to the launch.
It fucking blew up.
I went to the launch of the E46. I thought they were fucking beautiful. You know that? That's the most. In my opinion, I think the E46 is the best.
It was a perfect size.
Jin was there for the launch of the E46 as well when he's fucking.
I also went to the E36. Did you know that?
Yeah.
fucking love Beamers. You know that? The only problem is I could never afford them. You know this?
You got one?
Well, I think that was the.
Yeah, as Starchy knows, I can't fucking afford it. I can't afford it. You know,
you got
I can't
it.
afford the fucking thing.
I do respect that they're still making cars in manual in the US, which is very rare.
Plastic
Eli,
water pumps.
Eli.
Let's have a look at
Oh, fuck.
plastic BMW plastic water pumps. Do you like plastic parts?
Love them.
Plastic parts.
Very reliable.
BMW plastic water pump. Let's call it up. Let's see what they look.
High pressure component made out of plastic.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Horrible.
I don't know what to say anymore. You know, this all of my.
Have you ever had one blow up, Arch? Plastic
Yes, I
water
have.
pump?
I have. I had an E30. Fuck me dead. You know, the funny thing is, you guys talk about the E30 like it's some legendary fucking thing. I had an E30. I got it with 6,000 kilometers on it, and I got rid of it at 155,000 kilometers. And believe you me, the parts I had it overhit. Because the fucking hoses, they just go, and all of a sudden you see the temperature gauge. Ooh, hey, pull over!
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was lucky that the times that happened in mine, it was like freezing cold outside, so it was kind of natural cooling. So it didn't like the engine temperature didn't immediately spike, but yeah, you would just hear a little noise and then like parts flying everywhere. You see steam coming out of the.
Thomas Broadbent saying it's bioceramic, not plastic.
Oh well, that of course that's so much better. It looks up like plastic. Does it really matter?
Bioceramic, okay.
I BMW. Fuck. You know what?
Well, I mean, you can afford a 330 now. I mean, it's and you're 50 for fuck's sake. I mean, you're 50. You've it's time to.
It's finance, Jin.
Allow yourself
finance.
to
It's
enjoy
finance.
nice
You understand?
things. Well, it's fine.
It's
I mean,
finance.
most people buy. The crazy thing is that I see all these people. They're buying cars on like 72-month, 84-month terms, and I'm just like,
that's
Look
crazy.
who we got back.
Well, you know, I was going through the Chinese restaurant trying to figure out what to order. I ordered something.
And you came up with?
Well, you know what? Honestly, I don't even know what it is. Timely, I ordered Thai crazy chow fun shrimp. We'll see what it is. I'm not entirely sure. I don't even know what
anything fish there for Jin.
Shrimp. It's got shrimp.
You can go pick him up. You can go pick him up and bring him back.
Anthony Napoli says, I can't believe I turned down a two-tone black dial Daytona for my AD. She rang me while I was driving and I was hungover. At the time, I also knew I had found the one and was getting married.
Jin turned down a call from the AD not long ago, didn't you?
That's why you were hungover.
Yes, I did. And I kind of regret it now because I probably shouldn't have done it. But I mean, it wasn't what I wanted, but yeah, I mean, they're probably never going to call me again.
That's the problem.
Why did you drop one of their watches too?
No, that's what I was saying the other day is that, you know, maybe you can, they have like a you break, you buy policy where you can just go pick up one of the exhibition watches and drop it. Like, oh,
well, hey, listen,
I'm so sorry, I'll pay for it.
Audemars Piguet will now replace a watch for you if it gets stolen within 2 years of its purchase. So that's a pretty good.
Oh, only 2 years.
Yeah.
It's only within 2 years.
Yeah, but listen, Archie, buy an AP and I will steal it from you. Why don't we work this out right now, right here?
Yeah, very good. Talk about it on air right now. That's good.
Yeah, leave it in your safe. Patch the hole with paper mache. Okay. Leave it in your safe. Let me know when you're going, on vacay. We'll work it out. We'll do a house swap. You come to my house, I'll go to yours.
Jin, criminal fucking masterminds here, these two, eh?
Criminal mastermind. Hey, I gotta ask you something seriously.
I'm sorry, Archie. That was rude of me.
Nah, that's okay. I love you, Marky. There's nothing you could possibly do.
You can do no wrong, Mark.
I feel like I shouldn't poke that place. That's kind of tender.
Ah, it's okay. Tingler. You've had a few BMWs, right? Well, what do you? I want to ask you guys, you Americans, what do you think the life of a car is? How many miles can you get out of a car? Like your Mercedes you've got now, Mr. Goldberg, how many miles can you get out of that Lincoln?
Wait a minute. Jin's
Give me-
Mercedes probably has about 32 miles. He doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I drive like once a week, so I have.
He goes to
16,000.
IKEA every month for meatballs, and that's it.
I put on, yeah, I have 16,000 miles.
Geezer.
How long do you think a car lasts there, Jin?
No, I would say whenever the warranty's up, if you buy a Mercedes or a BMW for that matter, the warranty's up, time to replace it.
Or a Lincoln.
Yeah,
But you just
I can answer that question. Mark did try to touch him. He tried to force his head out the fucking window while he was hurling it through his car.
let me
Getting
just
him more
say,
inside.
let me just say, when I touched him, he gagged.
Well, this is true.
Mr. Goldberg, how long do you think your Lincoln will last?
Well, look, here's the thing.
The stinking Lincoln. The stinking Lincoln. How long will it last?
Well, look, I got factory warranty that will run out at 40,000 miles or one more year. So I have one more year. It's a 2020, and my warranty will go to the end of this year or no, next year.
And Mark being the tool guy that he is, and
I won't drive it without.
He won't drive it without a fucking warrant on it. So
No,
that's
that's
cool.
100. Yeah, you're 100% right. Listen, my stinking Lincoln, they had to replace the transmission housing, whatever the hell that is.
Shit.
And I don't even know what that is, but they replaced the transmission housing, among other things like the rear camera. Under warranty work, they've probably done like $8,000 worth of work on that vehicle already under warranty.
Oh my
So
God.
I absolutely would get another warranty.
Reliable then.
Gotta shoot, guys.
See you
Gotta
later,
shoot
Mark.
what?
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, that's okay. Jin, how long do you think a car will last, really? You'd only own it while
Not long if
warranty?
Mark's driving it by the sounds of it.
I mean, I think
Oil
like
changes once every 50,000 miles.
No, I think like every but the thing is that, yeah, you could buy a car that'll last. Like you go out, you buy a Toyota, it'll last forever as long as you like do basic maintenance. But you wouldn't want to keep it forever, would you? I mean, so there are people like that, but you know, you want like the new technology and like new other things, the things that happen to make your car brake faster. But you know, you want those things. Maybe we'll
You're a
see it change
PC
now.
guy, aren't you?
No, I'm
You're
not
a PC guy.
like
You like
like-
computers where you have to tinker to make shit fucking work. And me, I
No,
like to get
no.
in. I like to get in a car, turn the key or push the button, and it just works. And I don't have any of this new shit that'll make it break. It just drives. I want to get from A to B without having to worry about stopping at C because it's broken.
So speaking of that, I'm okay with PCs, but I've been using a Mac since 2019 now, and the screen broke on the Mac. So I looked up how expensive it was to replace the screen, and it was like $850. This part itself is like $550, $600. So I was like, well, now I have to buy a new one. So I mean, they're not Macs are kind of they're fast, they're decently built, they're good quality, but you know, they don't necessarily last forever either. And I think the same thing, like any car, like you don't really know. I don't know, like I'm not the person, like I hate like the touchscreen stuff. I'm always like, there has to be a button and like things that you can just, you know, will work. Like I hated it when like computers took away like all the hard buttons for everything, because hard button, you know that it works, but you know, it's just the way things are going. So, but if I had like a daily driver and you can't plug your phone in, like do Apple CarPlay or whatever, that would like kill me. So, you know, some technology is kind of necessary.
Yes, fair point. Some technology is very necessary.
Just put an 8-track in. Don't worry. It's all good. You don't need Apple Connect shit. It's all good.
You know, I wouldn't mind a cassette player. I do have some cassettes from back in the day.
See?
Remember the cassette adapter? You put the cassette in and it had the wire coming out, and then you could connect it to your CD player. Yeah.
Fuck! It's funny you mentioned that. How did that happen? Yeah.
And you get like you hear the scratchy noises from the tape as well while you're while you have
Yes.
That was nostalgic. Yeah.
MJ $5. Arch got a 2014 GMT all black from David SW on Monday. Box papers, recent service, etc. Mint, light polish, 15,000. Did I get ripped at that? No. That's what they are. They are great watch. MJ, wear it in good health. Beautiful, beautiful watch. Probably one of the best Rolexes of all time. I love the black. I love it completely. I think it's classic. Man, just enjoy it. MJ, just enjoy it. The best thing about buying from David SW is, you know, it's all right. Everything is legit.
Yeah. So you
100% legit.
You pay a little bit for peace of mind. So could you have gotten a better price? Probably, but
a little bit.
You get peace of mind. You get a guy who's going to stand behind the product. So you know,
if ever there's something wrong, he'll sort it out for you in a heartbeat, and it's already been checked out. It's already in good nick. I mean, that's why you pay the bit extra.
I mean, 15,000 isn't the end of the world for a nice 2014 black GMT. What's wrong with that?
No.
Who in America do you buy your pre-owned watches from, Archie?
David SW. That's a beautiful watch. I think the black ceramic, man, how could you go wrong with that, really? I think it's robust. It's fucking, you know what? A lot of people would be envious of that watch there, to have a sports ceramic GMT like that.
Watch.
What more do you want? Does he still have that?
Yeah. He's still got it.
He mentioned he might be selling it, but
he said no, he's gonna keep it now. He sent it down to me.
Crazy.
He sent it down to me not that long ago to get serviced and shit.
Beautiful
watch, man. Beautiful watch. He was gonna flick that and another one for another watch, and
I told him not to do it.
You talked him out of it, and he listened to you. So
because that is a really beautiful watch.
It is. I love the green GMT hand.
Yeah, it's really beautiful, and I gotta say that's amazing. Anthony Napoli here says the VC boutique offered him a blue dial overseas chrono, turned it down. 43 Aussies, a bit about. Yeah, I don't blame. 43,000. Fuck, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's about 30,000 US. Still, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a great watch, but it is a beautiful watch. But it's like, I mean, Timely, what would you do if you were offered like a, you know, if we were offered things like this? I don't have that.
HELOC.
But do you have a HELOC in place?
No.
It doesn't take 5 minutes to organize. You've got to fucking get paperwork. It takes ages.
Archie, I'm not HELOCing shit. It's all good.
Yeah. It's amazing.
What would you do, Archie? What would you do?
I mean, sometimes you just got to know your limit. You can't fucking afford everything. It's a lot of money. I mean, I don't really get the call on things, but when you got family and that there, you have different priorities, you know. I'm very fortunate. I've got some nice things. That's all that matters.
I remember, speaking of family and priorities, I remember your your very touching video of giving a Patek to your 3445, I think, to your son, or something similar.
Yeah.
And then your youngest smart kid noted that using bed sheets as curtains.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't think we really need well, to your credit, he's you know, he
He's a
certainly
great
has his
kid.
priorities straightened out. So yeah.
Guys, I want to thank you for coming today. I'm going to wrap this baby up. I thought Sirocco would be jumping on to let me go for another 4 hours, but he doesn't seem to want to do that.
He just woke up. He needs to have breakfast before he can drink and before he
Doesn't
can get on
matter.
the show.
I will be streaming in another 8 or 9 hours time. So there's no problems. We've got another show coming up for you Americans.
He should be awake by then.
100%. That's okay. There's no problems. Timely, you have a great day off. Mikey, thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks,
and
Archie.
Jin Tingler, thank you, Tingler, for coming on, man. And yeah, be careful when those German cars aren't in warranty. They can be a bitch. They really can be a bitch. They are expensive. What's worse, but depreciation or repairs? What's worse? Because sometimes too, the other thing is too, you can buy one of these cars, and if you've looked after it, how bad is it going to be? You'll get a couple more years out of it.
Yeah.
It could be a ticking time bomb. Of course, it can be.
Or the depreciation will get you.
So I mean, if you bought a new Mercedes, would it last 10 years?
No, I mean, who keeps the Mercedes 10 years? I mean, I mean, if you really love the car and you have unlimited money and you don't get stressed out by things breaking, okay, sure. But I mean, even if you have money, like, wouldn't you like just get stressed out by driving a time bomb? I would.
Time bomb. 100,000 miles. That's the limit. What do you think?
I would not even go even close.
Kilometers, not miles.
100,000 miles, 160,000 kilometers. What do you think, Timely?
No way. Not a fucking chance. No way. 160,000 kilometers.
I'm not going above 50,000 miles.
Get that? Why wouldn't you get that, Timely?
Bullshit. Tell him he's dreaming. 100,000 kilometers max. First major service, fuck it off. Like a watch, just before it has to go in for a big ass service, you get rid of it.
Okay, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all. Upvote, guys.
Thanks,
hey,
bro.
everybody.
Thanks for having.
It's time to upvote. Woo! Look,
There we go, guys. Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you for the super chats. And we will... What did he say? Forbin Colossus says, Scotty Kilmer said, Mercedes mechanic said, Mercedes expects you to buy a new car in 3 years. Hence the plastic parts.
Makes sense.
Fuck. Okay, guys. See you later. Thank you, guys.